Welcome everybody to the final. I probably didn't even get caught in the thing. I think it's just now just recorded. Anyways, welcome to the final session of the Legend of Zelda Hylia's Trials. It's time for us to take on the final game before everyone kind of jumps ship into.
Oh.
You're supposed to continue talking to add it to the thing.
Welcome to the final game of this stream. I am not Code Pika because I'm cultured, and we are going to witness two very aggressive races between Chibi, Skevin, and Code Pika, and see who's better. My bet is on Sheena. The end.
All right, we're just gonna start. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, right, forgot this. Wow, this feels familiar. It's like us doing the same thing with the me and Sabrina thing. Anyways, hi Sabrina, thank you for the subscription. We really appreciate it. And now we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I already started, man.
She's winning.
You said 3, 2, 1 earlier.
No, did you not see new game or canceled? Apparently you did.
The thing is, you're kind of on time on stream.
Yeah, we're on time even with the delay, so it doesn't even matter. So see, we're fine.
Well.
See, just as planned.
It was never planned.
So we're not skipping cutscenes, or?
No, we're not skipping cutscenes.
Okay, that's fair.
Well,
So-
one of you should have had it in Spanish, and the other one had it in Italian. Oh, missed opportunity. Oh.
What?
Well,
I
Cyber,
don't
what's
know.
wrong
It
with
could have
your?
been something different.
Also, Cyber, I think you have all caps on.
I think he's shouting at me. He knows I'm talking to me.
Yes, you did.
I told you he's shouting. Who's winning?
Sabrina says, "Hold on." I'm like, "Wait, what are we holding on for?"
Oh God.
To the right, we have a man who just entered the next generation. Well, am I on the right or on the left?
You're on
Yes.
the right.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure. The Kopika to the right, we have the Master Breath of Wild. She got 900 corpses and is still sane as the demon lord herself. Thank you.
I wonder what body wash that Link uses in that bath. Oh, he seems like more of a lavender kind of person.
Don't mind me. You might be wondering. Oh, I don't have the.
After 100 years in my Radox bath, I'm finally free.
My muscles are truly relaxed.
Too relaxed.
Too relaxed.
Just crumples on the floor.
You're just like jello. It's like,
Oh, I have to get used to
Nick, put it on top of your gameplay.
Or you gotta shrink it down a bit more, put it in the center, top.
But yes, welcome to Breath of the Wild. Nick, you need to move.
There you go.
I'm gonna move.
Sheena's winning. Let's go.
I can't. I don't see the screen. I only see the chat.
It's okay. You can trust me.
We're not even racing. We still gotta go ahead and see who can even beat the dude first.
Race.
What?
Race.
He said whoever beat the dude first. That's clearly a race statement.
Look, for all intents and purposes, you can be trash and still get your ass beat. So whatever.
In this instance of the race, we'll make it that okay, of course that you two will be facing Ganon at the same time, but whoever gets the most stuff during this allotted time till then is secretly the winner, because they were somehow the most efficient.
Yeah.
But of course, different things will take different times. Like if you went suddenly to the Gerudo Desert, well, you're dedicating a lot of time doing that, because that whole arc takes quite a bit in comparison to say the Zora domain.
Yeah. It's a shame I'm not in here, because it's just y'all going to the four corners. That's Night Hyrule Castle. Yeet.
You couldn't even go there anyways. You had to wait.
We'll show you the way.
I mean, I didn't say go into the sanctum.
Oh, please. No, do you know what? Nick, randomly just insert right now during every cutscene when you have a moment to add a little third screen. You add experiment there, and for the whole 7 to 8 days, you just see experiment just sitting outside the castle. That's you just sitting there. You're just I'm waiting, guys. I'm ready.
No,
I'm not contributing. I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm ready. When fucking TikTok releases first thing I'm doing, I don't care how fucking high that castle is. I'm getting in.
I'm kind of wondering that myself, but anyway, we won't be talking too much about it. But that's like the only thing I am wondering if they're still gonna do that.
Do what?
Allow you to still go to the finale without any sort of barrier or whatever.
Oh, for the next
Don't
game.
know.
Yeah,
Don't know.
but we'll see. 8 days, baby.
All
All
I
right,
know
let's
is
jump off the
that
cliff.
magical bit.
Yeah, when you blow up, right? Oh, I might.
Oh, that was a great cutscene. Yeah.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I forgot. I think Breath of the Wild is kind of a lower music kind of game.
Yeah, that's why I
'cause
turned it up.
There's a lot more
Yeah, well,
ambient stuff. So
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ambience makes it weave in and out depending what you're doing. It's not really meant to be up in your face like an actual song.
Joey, same. I saw that video. I can't not remember it anymore.
I'm just gonna have Sheena's thing just.
Let me.
Oh yeah, how's the volume?
Yeah, I was just
It should
thinking
be
I might
fine now.
try to hear it.
Oh, I gotta get used to the controls here. No, that's.
All right, audio is good. Oh my god, you guys actually said audio is good. Are you sure audio is good? Because if it's not good and I end up hearing it back, I'm gonna go ahead and be pissed.
It
And
sounded
trust me,
good.
I will come back.
It was audible.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad it was audible.
Okay, I know that doesn't sound efficient, but because this game is kind of quiet, it's it's
Yeah,
good.
I know, it's like kind of
I beg your
difficult
pardon.
to really realize that.
I didn't mean to say bye.
Wow, already
I
saying bye
didn't
to
mean
the
to say
guy.
bye to the old man.
So you got a sponsor for this versus?
It's like
Yes.
I haven't seen people for 100 years, and as soon as I see one, they say laters. I'm like, God fucking.
Later, old dude. Hey guys, remember when they showed this in the Nintendo Treehouse? They were like,
Oh my goodness.
god, we can do stuff. And then they went over here, and then they jumped
Oh, I
in
didn't-
the water like this.
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness.
Okay, thank you for saying it like that because I was about to ask which one's which again, and then you said you just gave yourself commentary of what you did. So now I get it. Just excuse me in 5 minutes when I ask that question again because I clearly will forget.
That's fine.
Cool.
That's fine. Gina's on the right, and I'm on the left.
Yep.
Oh my god, guys, it's Genshin Impact, haha.
And my first Korok.
Put the names under the screen? No, it's too appropriate. Nah, I'll do that.
You did that for Scarlet and Violet.
Well, that was Scarlet and Violet. This was a whole different
yeah.
thing. That is our icons. That are not us.
Yep, I didn't see the fish over there.
Fish.
Not it. That is Pokemon. I really
No, that was
don't-
it.
I
That was
really
definitely
don't
it.
have-
You still have the moon thing
That
up
is
there?
the verses. That is not.
That definitely is it. You guys are fighting. I would express this earlier.
What the
Wow,
hell
this
is-
patch of Pokemon Violet's so good. I'm glad they improved the
There it
graphics.
is. Oh my god. But what?
Okay.
What? Wait a minute. Okay, I have to be particular here. Why is it that when I look at your name, Nick, it's Code Pika, but when I look at Chibi Skevin, it's Chibi Skevin? Why is it in cap lock? Why do we have to shout for her name? Exactly. No, you can't just make it text smaller.
It's the font.
Like,
No, it's
It's
the
the
font.
font.
It's the font. The font made it that way. Because it's actually is lower, upper and lower. It's just for whatever reason, I had the text transformation that's kind of stupid. There you go. Are you happy? Are you happy, baby? Are you happy? Jeez.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad you are.
Why is the text smaller than your text?
I am going to rage.
I'm helping you, Sheena. You're winning.
Okay, cool.
Sweet. You definitely can't hear this.
I better for you now.
And
Oh my god, free camera movement again. Oh, I missed you. You don't know how long it is. You don't know how much I actually missed this. I missed the free camera movement in the game.
oh, that's right. There is actually a free clothing I can get over here.
Oh, someone's cheating.
I'm more familiar with the game.
Someone's definitely cheating.
You suck, Nick.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sorry. I don't 100% the game all the time. I got.
How many times have you done this, Sheena?
What's that?
6 times? How many times have you run through the game? Like, at
probably
minimum
like-
100%.
Probably like 5 or 6 times.
100%ing it.
Yeah.
Incredible. So have you done it once a year?
feel like it has been, really. 'Cause I really do enjoy this game.
Fair play, fair play.
She's got a 100% TikTok as well.
I mean, I will at some point.
You say it like that. I mean, if it's not like, yeah, if it's not as bad as this, I don't want to say as bad. If it's akin to this game, then I would like to as well. But if it's going to require like photos and Koroks things, it'll depend if I want to do that. If it doesn't feel taxing for me.
Those I feel like the picture stuff is like it's those I kind of feel like extra stuff that you don't really have to do. But I kind of associate 100% being getting all the little seed shits, getting all the not all the weapon upgrades because that's way too much grinding and tedious.
Like, I'll say not the first time I get 100%, but you know, it'd be fun to go through.
I mean, I'd be impressed to get 100% by not actually looking up anything. That's kind of what I want to do.
Oh no, definitely. I'm not gonna look up anything, obviously.
I don't know. You've made me curious now to like watch maybe like the completionist Breath of the Wild episode to see if he like what did he define as 100%, if that included armor and all that upgrade stuff. I have a feeling, knowing him, he probably did do that.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
okay,
the checklist kind of ends up saying that upgrading everything and all that other stuff does actually require 100%.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And is that what you do, Sheena, or do you exclude armor upgrades in your previous 100%?
I actually upgraded everything, including. I mean, I don't count amiibo. It's like whatever amiibos I have in my arsenal that I also do upgrade them to.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, I upgraded everything.
Fair play, fair play.
Yep. I have not 100% of this. In terms of the armor, I never 100% of it.
I just say, I hope you like trying to grind for star fragments.
Not really.
That's what I was imagining. That would be a right all.
It's really RNG for that one.
Like, there is a grinding method for it, but it's still tedious.
There is there is a spot for it, but it's just, it really depends if the knight wants to have a shooting star.
Also, I mean, it's still impressive we even 100% in Scarlet and Violet to some extent.
Yeah, the Dex, right? Yeah, the Dex.
First time ever 100%ing the Pokedex. Never do it.
No, you gotta catch everything, like everything.
Yeah, that's what we
like
did.
It has to be like a no, but I mean like Undertale everything in the sense of you go into the grass and there's nothing more to catch.
Not that 100% Dex. That's just insane.
Imagine if there was a cap.
I'd be impressed. It's like
don't worry, we got the perfect title for it and everything: the Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
I love poetry. Thank you, Experiment.
Pokemon pacifist and genocide. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Also,
they removed the
said
face
she barely got through the first run, but it's fine.
Oh yeah,
like Joey
said,
she beat Sonic Frontiers. That's the same game, right?
Oh, that's a lot. That's a shorter game though.
Oh my god, guys, they hit the Great Plateau. Oh my.
Ooh, light.
I love how like Sheena's just walking like a gremlin right now. I was like,
I smell pennies.
Ruiz, the cobblers. This world will face its end.
cheapy gremlin over here. Meanwhile, Nick's just like, I'm getting lore.
Give me all the arrows because I love using the bow in this game.
It's like, look at that big old flatulence all over this castle. It's kind of got a pig head at the end of it.
Well,
but boy, does it
We
stink.
shall wait until I see someone use loose arrows on a shield to go Mach 3 in the sky.
Okay, good. You're not gonna see any of that.
Why am I here?
No shield flying, no shield skewing.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Jeez.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I can't pull that off.
It's okay, Sheena. It's okay. The pressure was only on Nick.
Oh, of course. It's always on me.
Oosh.
What did I ever do? I just want to play a video game. Just want to be free.
So for those couple of drops, you look like you were gonna miss that platform.
I wouldn't be surprised knowing me. Have you seen like half of the Zelda playthroughs I've done so far? Like literally me just falling and clipping through things.
Come here, Brock. There we go.
Joey was a cover knight? Yeah, unfortunately.
Wait, for the month?
Yeah, apparently he's getting ban-hammered because Joey's dumb.
Oh. I was confused. I'm like, wait, Corviknight? Is that a mon?
No. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the dark steel line, whatever you
Steel
call
club.
it.
Yeah, still
Yeah,
better.
whatever you call it, it's a Corviknight. You just said it a second ago.
Corviknight?
Get it together, Sheena. I know you're multitasking playing this game, but come on.
Look, I don't know my muns. I recognize the name, but it's like a dark steel or flying, whatever it is.
Yes, it's a dark steel flying whatever it is.
I
My
assume
favorite
it's dark,
type,
but you said
whatever it is.
steel, so like, oh, steel.
Yeah, like a knight, like a knight's armor.
Oh, that would make sense.
Ah, we're learning. Sorry, that sounds so patronizing, but seriously, we're learning.
Oh my god.
Imagine if someone changed the mod and like, so Sheena's got to the tower bit where it just like kabooms out of the rock. Imagine if someone made a mod that it continues going up and it's just a rocket.
Time to fight space,
like,
Ganon.
It's like, so that's how I get to the Sky Islands. Sick.
Nice.
I swear if that happens, I'm gonna just look, I'm just gonna give you an eye emote. It's like,
I mean, that just reminds me of the time. This is before DLC for Breath of the Wild was a thing. I was saying, ooh, if we have silver Lynels, what if there's a gold one? And then there's a gold one in the DLC.
that's
Damn, they heard you. Numa was just with his cup on the other side of the wall of your room when you said that, and he was just like, oh, guys, gold Lynels.
Yeah, we have the DLC, Cyber.
No, we don't. We don't have the DLC. Speaking of DLC, I kind of do hope that Master Mode is a thing that is just unlocked when you beat the game, and it's not a thing that we have to pay for.
You know, I was been thinking the last couple of days as to will they do a DLC, and whether if DLC would appear for the holidays or would it be after the holidays.
That is
I forgot when they did. I forgot when they released Wave 1.
Well, Breath of the Wild came out in March.
It came out in March, and I want to say Wave 1 came out in the summer.
Yeah.
I
And the
think
second
so.
one was like winter time.
I don't know how to
But
play
I can imagine them doing that. One part of me feels like they'll do that because post that game, I kind of do believe the discussion of there won't be any more big games unless there will be a Metroid Prime 4, and I don't want to discredit Metroid Prime 4 as another big game. So to extend the life of Tears of the Kingdom and marketing and selling and stuff, they'll just be like, here's DLC. We found some. We blew the clouds that direction, and look, there's more Sky Islands. Oh, well done, Link.
Don't forget Pikmin 4.
Oh yeah.
What's a Pikmin 4?
No, you should be saying that for Metroid. What's a Metroid for? Because that, we don't know where that is. That's in limbo hell right now. At least Pikmin 4 exists and has a release date.
Pikmin 4 site.
A Pikmin 4 site.
Oh, I'm a
What's a Pikmin?
What is a Pikmin?
A Pikmin.
Meanwhile, I just
is
hear
an
George
onion.
like shedding a tear. He's just
I'm
like,
about to Steve at you.
You're about to Steve. That sounds like a threat. What are you gonna do, Sheena?
No, that's what Cyber says. I'm gonna get Steve at you.
Oh, what?
It's a Pikmin lore
Chugga.
character.
It's a
I was
Chugga.
assuming that was a. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
Well, yeah, yeet him. I don't mind having a hug. That sounds cool. Sabrina, enjoy the film.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Sabrina.
I heard that they have Guardians of the Galaxy in it.
I heard Mario's in it.
Damn, I didn't even say that, and I've seen it. Bunch of spoilerinos over here. Damn. Cyber, no, don't follow the pattern. Don't. Yes, Yes, Mario's in it. Rocky's in it, and
Rocky from Rocky Balboa.
Yes, from Rocky 6.
Search for
Specifically
more money.
Rocky 6.
Oh, sweet. Later, Sabrina.
Yeah.
Sabrina was listening to us as she was going to the movie theaters. That makes no sense.
No, she would just still have us on during the movie theater, and then one of us would scream while she's watching the movie.
There you go. We
Oh
are
my
the
God,
soundtrack.
holy crap, I really have forgot how to play this game. Shoot, how the hell do you
How
throw bombs?
How are you doing?
How do you throw bombs, dude?
Oh, you got the bombs already?
Oh, wait.
Okay, real talk. I thought it would be more of like which button is to jump, because that was the bit that took me a while to get used to.
That's fine.
This is why I default it so that it's on B instead of X, because who the hell thought that was a good idea?
Wait, the jump button could be on X? That's weird.
I have it on X for myself.
I have it on B.
I can't.
I mean, I'm more used to B because that's where I always put the Rock's Feather and Link's
I have it on
Awakening.
L3.
Huh.
I believe
There are
these
people
guys
who
for
play
now.
a game differently, and then there are Rob who plays it in the most alien way ever.
Who's lying? I play it using my Game Boy. I connect my Game Boy to the Switch. And bada bing, bada boom.
Oh wait, there's a DLC chest here, right?
I'm so proud of you. Yeah, promotion. It's a good thing we're not
It's
playing.
even the
the
promoted
Wii.
item.
Oh, never mind.
That's towards the bomb shrine.
Oh, promotional items. It'd be jokes if, like, you could, like in the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom, you can you get a Pikmin 4 T-shirt.
Shame if we use motion controls. I use motion controls.
Yeah, I didn't even mention motion controls, but yeah, how dare you shame me, Nick?
No, motion controls actually works in this game. Notice how I say
And
it
I like
works
it.
in this game.
Yeah, it worked in Skyward Sword. You see?
Oh yeah, it works in Skyward Sword. It's just the game was just literally kicking my ass all the time.
Well, it's more so your
Ah.
Joy-Cons were kind of kicking your butt.
Well, I couldn't play with the
And
Joy-Cons.
there you suck. So you and Magnesis, you were in Bombland.
Wait, you
I-
skipped the Magnesis?
Let me skip. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, okay.
Legends of
I,
the game.
I'm liking Sheena's subtle judgment. You chose that one? What's wrong with you?
You didn't listen to the old man?
Like Zelda with that?
you-
What's?
You can make choices, but you didn't choose my choice? Ew, cringe.
Oh man, you sound like every popular Twitch streamer's chat.
Thanks.
I can't wait for streamers to play Tears of a Kingdom, and there's gonna be that one asshole who's gonna be like, "Hey, did you know you could do this? Hey, did you know that's blind and shut up?"
Yeah, and then
That's
Reggie
not
just
right.
turns up and he's like, you know what? I'm banning you. You don't even work in the company for like the last several years. Like, I'm banning you.
Hey, what's the matter? You're banned. He's like, you're banned anyways. But it will be interesting because we're going through this 8 days all the way through, including
See
Saturday
how far
and
we can get
Sunday.
before Ganon.
Yeah, it'll be a nice send off to, be able to casually play the game without having to worry about 100% of the whole thing. Didn't really think that it would end like that, but hey, it's.
I mean, we were, like, our first plan was, oh, we don't have time to play this game, so we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna do it after we complete Tears of the Kingdom. But I'm like, you know what, on second thought, let's just play casually up to the 8 days and see how
Yeah,
far we
'cause-
get.
Yeah, you guys are in control of your rules and how you want to set it up. It doesn't have to be 100%.
Yeah.
So, and it comes with some like interesting approach to going with the game because again, you're limited to a certain period of time, and you guys make the choices. And it's exciting for viewers to be like, oh, Sheena went this way and Nick went that way. He's clearly wrong, but that's cool to see. It's cool to see how the mind works on different people.
He's not
Also-
lying, but he's not wrong.
I was going to say this when Nick did this first, but as Sheena is doing it right now in the cutscene, I like that Link specifically change the way he taps the blue like glass aura shield thing. He touches it very timidly, and after that he's more relaxed and he just touches it normally.
Yeah, it's a nice attention to detail. I actually didn't realize.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
never realized that either.
He's very like cautious the first time, and then the other time he just smashes his fist on it. He's like, "Yeah, give
I
it
mean,
a freaking orb."
to be fair, considering what happens in one of the DLCs where we get our cheeks clapped, I don't blame him. These monks can fight.
This is jokes. You both came out at the same time.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, but from 2 different locations.
Oh, nice.
You're off literally about 2 seconds.
Hey, guess what? There's another one of you on the other side of the plateau. Weird, right?
I really wish we had the capabilities of like having Sheena be Zelda and me just being Link. It would have been so cool.
That'd be an interesting
Or
plot to
Linkle.
do.
Yeah, or Linkle.
I mean-
Linkle.
I could have made it possible, but you would have said no.
Yeah, I would have because
Yeah, Nick.
because the best.
Gross.
What?
Oh,
You're never about fun.
I'm sorry. The person who has to do it.
It's
is the
okay.
one
You can,
who
it's
does-
okay. It's okay. Your apologies doesn't count, but it's okay. The game's already starting. Good luck. Smash.
We all love each other here at Kopika, don't you know?
do we?
Do we?
I don't know anymore. I'm really debating on it now.
I love the fact that I wasn't the first one, but the first one was Sheena.
Well, it doesn't experiment
Really?
too.
It's like, well, the one who's in the relationship, she's the one who said really. It's like, oh, this is getting awkward. Hope this relationship's okay, guys.
Yo, guys, I'm promoting Nintendo Switch. Let's go.
You get the shirt.
Get him, Reggie.
Where's the
Get him
Wii U
ready.
shirt I
What's a
asked
Wii?
for?
What's a Wii U?
I want my Wii U shirt.
I want
It's
my
when you go
elephant.
to it's when you go to the bathroom and you wee, but you put the 2 words up. So, that was gross. I'm sorry. Just get on.
What?
What? That was weird. Why'd you say that? Now you got.
I mean,
cringe.
Wii U is yes you in French. Got him.
You can't say that. You're not allowed to. Also, I didn't realize that you can Skyrim Weird Horse in Scarlet and Violet if you just jump backwards. That is so funny.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah,
When
what?
you're riding on the dragon Caradon and that futuristic one. Sorry, I don't even remember mine because that's the one I played. You can, if you jump backwards for some reason, you mountain climb in inclines and
Yo.
it makes no sense.
Where'd my meat go?
Huh?
Where'd my meat go?
The grass ate it.
Katsura Miku.
I literally hit a boar and it just up and disappeared in
What
front
the
of me.
Oh wow, yeah, we see it now. It instant buried itself.
And it begins! Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for! Glitches!
Dude,
That was bizarre.
I literally hit it right in front of me, headshot it.
Liddy,
It's
did
like,
you know that
okay.
there are invisible boars here that if you shoot them, they disappear? Into a different dimension,
I'm
apparently?
trying to get meat, man.
That was a very stubborn like bull being like, nope, no, you may kill me, but you're not taking my meat. Boop.
It literally just up and disappeared on your ass. It's like, nope, bye.
I just
Damn.
want my meat.
God, the fact that when they first introduced this game, I was like, wow, we can jump in the game.
Oh my gosh, jumping.
I've been very anal with a lot of video games that when you have the capabilities of running around and stuff, and I always ask the simplest question, can you jump? And if you can't, I'm like, wow, this
shit.
is a terrible game.
Nick every time he plays a new Mario game. But
Yup.
can I jump? Like,
If you can't jump in any of the Mario games, it's not a Mario game. It's just bros.
I would love if there like some side game had that because they wouldn't do it to a mainline game. But they took this dumb, stupid concept that they did in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, being like, he runs really fast. What if we remove his shoes and he'll have problems with his running? And this one they'd be like, if we take Mario's shoes, will he stop jumping? Haha, this is how Bowser wins.
You just described Sonic Labyrinth.
Yeah, that's Sonic Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, they did make that.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
ain't I?
Yeah.
Well,
no one likes
do you
it.
know what? I need to go and stab myself. There we go. Sorry for wasting you guys' time.
It's fucking Sonic Labyrinth. What are you, stupid?
I can't believe it. The big Sonic fan doesn't even know his own franchise. What the fuck?
What are you talking about? I'm a Sonic fan. I don't even know my own. Yeah, see, even I don't know my own franchise. Sonic
That
Frontiers.
music was supposed to represent me. I've been
It's
doxxed.
okay.
I was never a fan to begin with. I was just like, it's a hedgehog. That's blue.
Correction. You're a, what?
I'm
What?
sorry. I just remembered something that amused me in Guardians 3.
Oh,
You just massive gas. You like breathe, cyber. Breathe, not cyber.
no.
Spiders. Breathe.
So for micro context,
Oh, nice. Got
someone said hedgehog, and for some reason I just instantly thought of Sonic. It wasn't the time or place, but that was the
Me
case.
and Rob are classic Sonic fans.
Yeah, we stopped when we knew it was going to be bad.
I mean,
So we don't know the concept of bad. Got him.
it's not wrong. That's probably why we're
So,
less
but if you
tolerant
want,
about it.
but hey, guys from YouTube watching this, if you want to attack me for that statement I made, my Twitter handle is CodePika, and I'm ready to hear your to face your fears.
I have not actually made a stinking video of that. I'm having problems because I'm still having issues in creativity. Well,
With
not
what?
so
He
much.
needs the
But trying to
motivation.
talk about Frontiers without making it too teased. Like, I know what I need to do. Like, I have an idea
To make it
now.
too what? Sorry.
Like, to not make it too, like, long, because to be honest, the game's short, and it doesn't need to be an hour long.
No, it doesn't.
Then don't make it long.
I know.
I'm confused. Like, just do it. Speak about how you want to speak.
I'm weird with it because I have like a self-conscious issue where I keep thinking that people won't like it as well. That's why. That's a
Okay.
my problem thing though. So
Okay.
I'm
I
learning
understand
how
that
to
context.
yeah, like I'm learning how to deal with that and just enjoy me talking about the game rather than
Sure.
worrying about other problems that don't really need to be a problem. Period.
Gotcha. Because when you said, from just hearing what you said, all I took was I don't want it to make it long. Whereas in my brain is that, well, if you've got a lot to say, it'll take however long that you want to say, so long as it's concise and it's not a rambly kind of thing. But that's a different discussion altogether.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to be like, it has to be 10 minutes. It's like, it's okay. We're not in that era of YouTube anymore where videos have to be done to 10 minutes.
Or 30 seconds.
No, that's TikTok, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sonic is a game. Yep.
There you go. You're halfway there.
Nah, I gotta say the traditional thing that we all say.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a. Give me a second. Give me a little second. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have it on your.
I don't.
You don't have it on your Twitch.
Would you two Pika Talks on a mobile game?
Yeah, I would. Like, I would do
So
a talk on any.
Genshin Impact, right?
I would do a talk on anything, to be honest. Like I said, I can talk about anything. It's just like, you know, it's just me. I keep telling you, it's a me thing. Like, I have what I want to say. I just hate my voice.
Your voice is fine.
There you go. I did it.
Don't mention the damn transition Sonic 3D thing during the whole time I'm here. Nah,
That's the in-game action. Your voice.
Nah, I'm not gonna mention that. That's stupid.
Hey, you just threatened me. That triggers me.
What?
Tired-
Oh, okay.
tired
I'm
of it.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
But no,
It's not that kind of trigger.
I'm never
It's
gonna
like-
mention that. It's so dumb to mention that. It's like it's such an old thing to do. It's like we get it.
Like the only time I'm kind of like, okay, no, that was cool, is if someone makes a clever joke with it, and I'm just like, okay, you didn't just did it for the sake of it. You
For
made
the
something
bit.
original, even though it is the bit. I'll excuse that because I was entertained.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'll just say
Oh, good.
I hate Boost Era Sonic. That's it.
Okay, so back to the gameplay. We have got no, sorry, that wasn't meant to seem
No,
like that.
it's
Like,
fine. No.
I wasn't like
Fine,
a
it's
subtle, okay. Okay, how do I say "shut up, Nick" without saying "shut up, Nick"? Okay, so back to the gameplay. What have you done, Sheena, so far, and what have you done? Nick, so far,
I'm
based on.
I'm past the bomb string, which I probably should go for.
So you've
I've
got
done
2
both.
so far.
Yeah, I've
I
done
haven't
Bomb
got
and
to.
I've done Bomb and Magnesis.
Yeah, I actually went past the bomb shrine, I think. Yeah, I actually did. I was going the wrong way.
How dare.
Thank
I
you,
thought I was going the right way. I'm like, oh wait, I passed the bomb shrine.
silly goose.
I don't
I was
have.
trying to head over there.
Wait, did you spell shut up wrong? Wait, why didn't it work? That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't register.
It still work.
Sometimes it blips. Sometimes it can
Yeah.
just blip like that.
sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's very weird.
It occurs on a friend stream as well. From time to time. So
Oh.
Take that, stealthos. Ow! Don't poke me with stick. That's illegal.
well, that's
Okay.
brother, so yeah, he has every reason.
Also, good job in avoiding the trailer when you were watching the movie.
Bro, okay, so I can share this with chat. So I went to see Guardians earlier, and I'm chilling by the trailers, and then they show they showed a condensed trailer. They showed a condensed version of the last trailer showcased for TikTok, and I never thought I could move my head so quickly down without getting whiplash
wow.
and covering my ears. Someone did talk that I didn't, but luckily I didn't know who it was. And fortunately, after 5 minutes, I can't remember what the line was, so I'm good. But
Alright, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
but yeah, it was quite funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not the first time they did that. They did that. Someone else who watched, I think, the Mario movie, they showed the game as well.
Yes, they showed a trailer. It was already pre-existing.
Yeah, I think it was you. Yeah, I think you're the one who shared it. I think.
I did see it as well for that one, but I'm trying to remember if it was. No, it wasn't exactly the same to the second trailer, but it was similar. It was just like, oh, cool. Well, it makes sense. Gaming movie, gaming trailer. Because they also advertised a couple. There was another on my screening. They also showed, I think, a more Mario-centric Switch trailer also. But I just didn't anticipate that they would do it for. That I was going to see one prior to watching Guardians. So that was just, as I say, it was a fun shifting my head down without whiplash, just avoiding it.
Well, that's
But,
a good thing
yeah, it's fine.
because I feel that I think I know what trailer it was, and yeah, you are good for not looking at it because I know exactly. I think I
Yeah.
might know which exactly the one that they showed, and yeah, that one definitely has the thing that they showcased before.
It very much felt like a TV spot trailer where it was 20 seconds at most.
At least it
Probably-
wasn't
probably
like
30.
full length trailer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So at
It
least you
it
weren't
certainly
covering
wasn't
your
that.
ears the entire time. Well,
No,
the
no.
whole 20, a minute or so.
It's the whole movie.
God dang.
How was Guardians? Guardians is really good. Coming from a person who's, I feel after watching it today, has it's solidified in my brain that I think the Guardians films and just that series is my favorite films from the MCU, and yeah, Free kind of confirmed that to me of how much I like these characters and their hijinks and misfittery, and it was fun. It was really, really fun. On a scale to emo Peter to dancing to Loki season 1, is it good? It is. What kind of metric is that?
Say emo Peter.
I like how that kind of reveals to me, Cyber, that like your 10 out of 10 is low key season 1. Because that, yeah, no, that just that's a neat little.
How's that a comparison? What? Whatever.
Comparison to what? Well,
Apparently, it's Spider-Man 3 emo Peter. Wait, why that one?
God, no.
because that's where emo Peter comes from.
Oh, you have made a grave mistake.
So you see, you've triggered experiment now. Great job, Cyber. I don't know.
It's on my end. I have made a very, very big mistake. I am going to die. I am sorry in advance. I will leave you in peace.
What the hell did
I
you
leave a
do?
ditch.
What?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I am going to die. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like,
Experiment.
what? You don't
It's a
say
series
that,
of
and
words.
then just like, just leave it at that.
Cyber,
Well,
we need a
I'm
doctor. Turn up. Please save experiment.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What?
Oh.
We're good.
What?
We're good. Just
What?
bit of collateral. It's good.
What? What? What's happening?
So yeah, Guardians was a good film, and as I sweat, like just tremendously, being like, "Is my friend gonna die? I'm scared." This is Brother Wild Stream. Behave experiment.
Oh, Oh, shoot.
Zoom. Yeah.
Alright,
Wow.
sure, why not?
I will say one thing and conclude it there.
There we go, first try.
After coming out of seeing Guardians 3 and just reflecting for a couple of hours, my brain was like, this is what they wanted for Love and Thunder to be. But it didn't. And that's, I'll conclude it just there.
Also reflected my first Guardian, so yeah.
I already
Nice.
did that already. You're late. Haha.
Well, you didn't announce it.
I
never
don't need to
happened.
announce everything.
I'm sorry.
Probably should.
It
I
didn't
don't want
happen.
to. Hey, wake up, old man. It's time to eat.
Oh yeah, that's right. You need to get the hot
Do you
peppers.
two don't mind me continuing talking about Marvel based on
Yeah,
Cyber's
no,
No,
question?
I don't
You
mind.
go nuts.
Okay. So he says, compared to everything for this phase, is it good or on par? So technically, I can be like, well, actually, for this phase, there's only been Ant-Man, so I haven't got much to compare to. And you're asking a guy who hasn't seen Ant-Man yet, so Guardians wins. But we'll say based on post the Infinity Saga, that it might be my favorite Marvel entry. I've been thinking between that and Spider-Man, and I'm thinking Spider-Man might be second just because
Dare you?
it lands a lot of nostalgia beats, and they did it very well. It is, to me, my favorite Spider-Man film from this universe. But as weird as this sounds, I need to see a fourth Spider-Man film to see if they grow from that film. It doesn't sound. It's just the way my brain works in functioning.
That's fair.
But yeah. Whereas I look at Guardians 3 and I'm like, this was a great trilogy. I'm very satisfied.
That's good.
Yeah.
Looking
Favorite
forward to
weapon
see
type?
it when it shows up on Disney Plus.
It could take about
Favorite
2 to 3 months.
Also, favorite weapon type. Short swords because it makes me role play as a knight.
I prefer the spears
Because in all
because they're
honesty,
long.
the way,
They're long range.
because like whenever I play this game now, I basically pretend that I am role playing in it and doing random shenanigan missions for random people.
But I also like the bow too. Whenever I need to use it.
Yeah, there isn't a weapon that I dislike. It just caters to whatever I'm doing in that moment, and then I just approach it that way. I suppose my default one would be just liking to have a sword and a shield, because I'm like, cool, I'm in full control. But it's nice having like an ice spear and be like, hey, you are Ice Cube, I can leave now.
I need only one item in this game to break it.
How do you make that again?
A
Meat
log.
and meat and fish and
Log
pepper?
over.
Kind of, but no, just bums. That's all I need.
Fair.
I didn't hear bombs, I heard bums. I'm like, oh.
Oh,
Oh yes, I need your sweet toasted buns as well.
Well, hello. After the stream,
What's the
I
matter?
guess. Mhm.
No Baker Street to back it up this time. Is he too busy pottering down Drury Lane again? The fucking cheater.
I'm just blushing over here, so you got me there, Zaggy. Today I got super hype. Why did you get super hype, Flip?
That's a
Was
hail
it-
flip.
Are you one of the people that took the TikTok game from your GameStop and be like, Reggie can't get me if I don't tweet about it? And alas, clearly he's watching the stream, so he's going to get you.
You better watch
Good luck.
out. You better watch
Better
out.
watch
You
out.
better watch
Better
out.
watch
You
out.
better watch out.
I'm going to drag Nick to a different call.
Oh,
Actually, no, I can't do that because you're doing the screen thing. You're lucky, Nick.
Say.
I have to watch the stream share on your end.
Yes, gotta watch the game for gamers.
Gross.
actually, there's a way to. I'll use an axe.
So wait, what's the ingredients you need? Is meat, fish, and pepper, right?
Beef, fish, and pepper. Oh, oops, that's not
What's
what
a
I
little
wanted to do.
tease? Flip no 3D teaser, more like. I got super high. Why are you super high? Well, you got to find out next week. It's like, well,
And
you
what was
got
the
to
point
find
of
out.
announcing it?
Well, you got to find out. I'm calling the police and gonna get your ass. So.
Oh, well, I mean, there's already a helicopter, so you're kind of halfway there.
Yeah, why
And
don't,
they're going
why don't we
back.
have like a sound effect for a helicopter? That would be a fitting time.
Because it will be that one that was a meme, like the Rolocopter copter or whatever the heck the people called it.
Rufflecopter.
Yeah, Rafflecopter, that. That was a
Man, I
joke.
feel
that
old
wasn't
just
there.
saying that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a joke that joke is so old. If I spilled the, what is that? A half sun, half circle? Oh, I didn't mute that.
It looks like beans.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
If I spilled the beans, the ninja will get me. Well, you just
Good.
confirmed what it is.
Cool. Spoilers.
Right?
Well, no spoilers.
Time to get him.
Can't. He didn't say what it was. Oh, I already got an axe. How's the old man?
Hey, what time of the day is it for you?
Morning. I guess probably.
He's chopping a tree right now.
Okay, well.
So you
just
have to
need
talk to him at nighttime.
Nighttime. Who keeps
Yep,
chopping
he'll
the
be
tree
by the
until
campfire
noon?
at nighttime.
Oh, that's a. Alright.
Well, I put it on noon, but he was still not by the campfire, so yeah.
Well, you're half right, but you're also wrong. What? We having a direct? Is that what it is?
I don't believe you.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen anybody basically saying, "Oh, look, guys, this is direct."
Oh, I should have cooked some food. Oh well.
Well, I guess it's. Oh, damn, I can't even time out flipping. You didn't hear that.
It's okay.
It's not
I just
uh,
thought it was funny.
Please be wrong.
Oh, thank God, I can use
no,
the
no,
D-pad
no.
to
Sorry, but
move.
I will be stunned if there would be one. There isn't going to be one.
There's
Yeah,
not.
I'll be really stunned.
I'll eat a ghost pepper with you if that happens.
Yeah, like there's not gonna be a direct. It's
They'll
too
wait
soon.
for
We just
June.
had
They'll
one
wait for
already.
June.
Not only
There'll
that,
be
they
one.
usually wait till June
Yeah,
for
like,
the
we just, like,
quote
had
unquote
one.
not E3 direct.
Why do you want to try a ghost pepper? Is it just the curiosity of how much you will be close to death?
Oh,
I mean, it's a
I'm
very
sure we'll be
super
like that.
hot spice, so.
Yeah, you'd be needing to you need to get have a cow right next to you and ready to approach that udder for the most milk that
wait,
you
you
need to
say a
numb that
cow?
pain.
No,
Oh,
it's a really hot pepper, and to be honest,
It's a really hot pepper, and you
you
require a lot
really-
of
Well,
milk.
I'm
Yeah, you-
questioning why cow though.
because
You
it
just
has
have
a
to go
lot of milk in it.
Straight from the source. Straight from the source.
Yeah, you need a lot of milk to quench the heat from
Right,
your
the milk,
taste
the milk.
buds.
Yeah.
Yes. You approach that udder, and you take how long you need to numb some of the pain.
Oh my God. Well, the cow's gonna feel good, I guess.
Oh, you didn't need to say that.
Nick, it's not like that. I mean,
You don't need to say that.
Too late.
actually, has anyone asked the cow if how did it feel?
Does anybody ask if the cow's okay?
No, the cat.
That's
No,
very-
definitely,
that's
the
very
cow is
considerate
definitely
of you.
okay.
No, they're all traumatized. They're like, they've stolen the milk from me. They're just like, it's to everyone else is like, nourishment. To them, it's like, it's theft. My succulents, my white juices. How dare you? They're just traumatized inside, but we don't know it because they can't speak English or any
Oh, there he
relative
goes.
language.
Work it out.
Mm.
Cyber.
Cyber, why must you say that and also be a mod so I can't time you out?
No, you can time him out. You can take the sword away from him.
No, I
No,
can't do that.
no.
I feel bad. Instead,
Yeah, I
I'll do
know.
this.
Jesus.
I thought at your general direction, sir. Embrace it.
Oh,
That is sad
peanut
and
butter
hilarious
also.
as well.
Peanut butter also helps too with that.
Well,
I
getting the
didn't even
milk
think
out
about
of the
peanut
udder.
butter.
No. The peanut butter can also lower the heat from the pepper.
Oh, do?
Apparently. No,
I didn't
no,
think
no.
that. I didn't think so.
I wouldn't have thought so. If anything, I felt like we just maybe like hydrating and we just want more milk than water.
Peanut
or
butter,
something.
Nutella, and oddly Oreos. Oh, that's
What?
Oh,
say
Nutella?
that word again.
Nutella.
Nutella.
Is it Nutella? Oh, it's Nutella.
You
or
made it-
Nutella.
It's the chocolate
Nutella.
hazelnut spread.
I want Xenoblade 4, and there's a character called Natalia.
If there's a character named Natalia, I'm suing Monolith. You hear that, Monolith? We're playing your game right now. Well, the game that you developed the map and everything. But we're playing your game anyways. So if you got Nutella in it, you know, you call me. I can voice the character too.
Yeah, what he said.
And you can provide the voice for Nutella.
You
Natalia.
know it. Hey, Natalia could be a non-binary character. That's it.
just
I'm making the canon name right now. Natalia, non-binary, 2 daggers that are lightsabers, and that's it. Also,
Why
Happy
didn't-
Star Wars Day.
Also, speaking of
Interesting. Yeah.
lightsabers, I love the ad with the new Star Wars game. I love the fact that it's 2 actors who have played Joker in
Is
in
it
2
really?
different ways. Yeah, the guy who plays the main character in it plays Joker in the Gotham show, and Mark Hamill obviously plays the animated Joker. I didn't know that till I saw the comment section. I was like,
You did-
oh,
you did-
that's
you did-
cute.
You didn't know that Mark Hamill was the
No,
Joker.
I
What
did-
the
no,
fuck
I
are
know
you being?
fucking Mark
Jesus
Hamill.
Christ.
Talking about the
Jesus
other guy.
Christ, you're such under a rock. Do you know what you need? That's what you need. I thought out your general direction, sir. I'm sorry, I just had a lot of beans, guys. I apologize for my thoughts.
I should stop eating beans.
Fiber, bro. Fiber is good for you.
Wait,
Got
Natalia
him.
can be a thing? Someone convince him to stream X. No. You want me to name my main character Natalia? No.
I was going to say a little earlier that Natalia does sound like either a JRPG character or town.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
My name is Inigo Notelia. You killed my Oreos. Prepare to
No,
die.
we are making a character on stream right now. Let's go.
Xenoblade OC?
Hell yeah. That's going to be Xenoblade 4 to make your own characters. Did you guys do that in X? What's an X? Okay.
Italy appeared.
I'm sorry, I had nothing to say. I was just like, line.
You ain't got time with that thing.
Italy appeared Natalia. I want to go back. Oh, no, not Natalia. Nutella.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
see,
now
you're
she's
saying
corrupted.
Natalia.
Yep.
She's been corrupted.
Perfect.
Remember now when it just those cookie sticks? Cookie sticks?
Me
Oh my
pocky
god, whether it's
sticks.
just those cookie sticks. I'm not sure. I think the doctor's drunk. We'll just leave him alone. He's having a good old time over there.
Probably. It's okay. I'm drunk too.
He called you a stupid thing.
Okay.
Meaning you, Nick, not Sheena.
That's fair.
She didn't play in the game. She in the cold, getting nippy.
I love how the stamina bar in this game drains faster than the one in Skyward Sword.
I mean,
He's been asleep for like 100 years. He hasn't been doing any cardio, so yeah, his stamina would be low and going quick.
Yeah, okay. Give him that excuse. That's fine.
Actually, to be fair, I try to make it very scientifically accurate. I would like to believe that Cyber can support me here, but you give me that attitude, well, I'm not going to press the fire button because I think I've overdone it so far. So you're lucky, Mister. I'll just what could I use? Nah, it's okay. I'll give it a break. This Oreo variant. Let's have a look. Let me judge it. Yeah, I'm judging it. That's so American.
I see that as Oro. Or
Once
Air-
again,
or
Cyber, you disappoint me by using bean. Why do you keep using beer? What is that? That's like one of those stick things that you eat in like
you dip
lunch
it in
snacks.
chocolate. You dip it in chocolate.
Oh, nasty. Also, yeah, I know this link is weak, but this link is also super kawaii powerful. Speaking of stamina, I'm finally having food after skipping breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That means you're gonna stuff your face.
And I thought I was the one that had eating problems.
His face, stuff his face.
So Flip was trying to suggest spoilers. He's got ninjas on his ass, and now he's not eating properly. I think you need to review your Thursday, sir.
I want to get Starlink but not pay for it. Isn't that like Star Fox crossover game?
I believe so.
What's it called?
Starlink.
Oh yeah, the one people were hyped for because it had Starbucks content and it turned out to be mid.
And
But
now it's
hey, what
Starlinks.
else is new?
And now it's Starlinks. Thanks for coming to today's TikTok.
You can't.
What? What?
Considering how much you use TikTok as the term for tears, and then you just say,
You can't unsee it.
Well, I mean, yeah, after
"Oh, you
people
well, you
mention
can't
it.
see ding dong." Okay, Sheena, I see you got a preference here.
Well, see,
Clearly.
ding dong can mean a
Clearly,
lot.
yes. I'm glad we can make an agreement there.
But like ding dong can mean a lot.
Just
TikTok.
shut up, Sheena, and get in this fucking flipping thing. Is this your last one?
Yeah, this is my last shrine.
I
Oh,
often
you
found.
too.
I think
Oh,
the
you're on
this
your
now
last
one was my last one.
Yep. Yeah, Cryos is always usually my last one because like it's so like
It's out of your way.
it's kind of like
Mm.
so usually I go for magnesis then bombs, but then I went for bombs first, then magnesis, and then getting stasis after you gotten the outfit. You can just connect directly to the next one, which is obviously Cryonis. Because you're just
Yeah.
right near the mountain rather than going around, and also taking the risk of trying to go back down and then cracking your legs and dying. So, which is always a possibility.
The game definitely has a couple of those somewhat subtle ways of directing you. If not directing you, just you can sense what is the more convenient way to do things. So in this case, yes, you've got two shrines that are the most approachable without a particular challenge in front of you. Then you've got the next step up, which is climbing up that cliff effectively to get to that shrine. And then it's the additional challenge of getting somewhere which you have to deal with their weather terrain. And if you're not going to freeze, whether you have clothes or you've been able to cook peppers. So that's kind of neat. And then the other one I can think of is Order of Divine Beasts. So naturally, commonly, I'd rather say, you're going to lean towards what the game is saying what to do next based on story beat. So the chances of this is why I'd be fascinated just to know the statistic of everyone's first time, of how many people had the Zora domain as their first divine beast that they tackled.
Yeah,
I feel
Just
like
based
most,
like, what
I feel
is
like most folks
everybody's?
went to that because it's like the story kind of, not the story itself, but it's like it's right next to Kakariko and it's like nearby.
But what brings you to Kakariko? It's what the king says.
Yeah.
So it's the only it's this direction that you're given, even though you are fully aware of the free roam, you can do whatever you want kind of deal. So if you want some kind of form of linearness, you naturally would be like, well, I know there's this story thing, obviously, that tells me to go this way. And then as you start that, and you're like, okay, you gotta go and get these things. Look at the map. It's like, oh, the most convenient one is over there. Let's go over there. So,
Like, it's a good way to introduce it, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they won't do it in, like, they might do it in the other game because, you know, traditional, and to make it a little bit
the upcoming
easier
game.
to make it like linear for people to know where they need to do, where they need to go, which is a good gameplay mechanic thing. But after that point, you're basically just free to do whatever. Like, obviously, you don't have to go to the direction that they tell you where to go. You can still go whenever, so you're not locked, which is really good because it's a lot. You have a lot of freedom.
of course. But I feel that because you are guided, that if you really don't know what you want to do, you've been told this is an option. And because the game is telling you that, the character is telling you that, then you're the most confident of that. Okay, I can at least go this way, and I know I will less likely get lost because that's what they said for me to go. Same thing as well. Say you just forgot about what he said, and you're just exploring, and you're around Hyrule Field. There's no other NPC that directs you anywhere else. other than that is in close range, unless you somehow avoided them, to say, "Oh, can you help us with the Zora domain?" There's no one else to be like, "Oi, there's a massive lizard over there. Can you help us? I'm a Goron. I want some rock. I'm hungry." You know, it's there's no one there's no one else, to my knowledge, that is directing you and saying we are in need. They are whilst they are outside their region.
Yeah.
So those Bacals were struggling on my screen.
I saw you struggling with the water. Don't act like I didn't see it. You were
I
almost
was.
dead. What was going on?
I was.
I heard your startledness, and I'm like, okay, I am going to veer my eyes to Sheena's screen, and I will see what was causing the stress. Oh, cool, she was about to die. Sweet. Banter. The Breath of the Wild experience. Lovely.
I'm gonna miss these power-ups. Gonna miss you guys. Right.
Wait, miss power-ups in this game, or you just saying
Power-ups in
miss
this
everybody? I mean,
We'll see
yeah.
how it all goes. We'll see how it goes. Of course, we know from gameplay trailer what they've showcased, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, only
We'll see.
one of them reminds me of stasis, and it's the warping thing, and that's it. The other three are just.
I don't know if warping's the word, but I know what you're referring to. Just
Yeah.
I think because of the color they use,
Yeah.
because it's the same theme, color theme.
The other three.
Cyber has a question. The suspense. It better be a good question, otherwise, Sheen's gonna catch you.
And the.
What am I
mummies
gonna do?
And the
I don't know.
mummies
That's the surprise. That's the suspense, Sheena.
Fair.
Sheena, did you just teleport? I thought this was a no warp run.
Wait,
Why
we're
did you
not
have-
supposed to warp?
I don't know. I just seeing you going back. You're coming out of the cave where you had your bath. Why are you having a second bath? Link is clean. Go.
How
he
do you
needs a
think they
warm
will
bath.
top this game and tier the kingdom with the next entry? They won't.
There are.
I'm not entirely sure, to be
no.
honest. Because like
Same.
Zelda is kind of like a franchise that it's fine, just them doing what they need to do, like in a traditional sense. It's similar to Mario, where you can't really do it wrong, because like I said, everyone has a different Zelda game that they do enjoy, whether it be the first game or the last game. So I feel that they'll top it by either doing one of two things. They will either continue with the formula that they have going with the two games here, or they will go back to the traditional linear gameplay.
But
I
does
just
that
want to
answer?
see dungeons.
But does that answer his question, Nick? Because he's saying, "How do you
No.
top it?" You're just saying, "What do you think they will do next? Will they kind of resume in this kind of this approach, like I suppose the right word, but this approach with Zelda this past 6-7 years, or will they go back, or will they do both, or will they invent a third one?" It's tough, right? Because it's
It's like
To-
I don't mind the stuff, but at the same time, like I still want some things to kind of like transfer to the open worldness.
sure.
This
I-
style,
Like I still want the
this-
dungeons back.
This style works, but my only issue with this style is obviously the story is like it's optional. And I know that there are some people that are fine with that, because this was a conversation that people had with Elden Ring, with the way of how it told this story. I don't like that kind of storytelling. I kind of prefer it if I'm able to just follow what the story is going through rather than having to go search for it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go back to like Cyber's question specifically. I would say, how do you think they will top this game? It's a difficult thing, because it's whether they want to feel they have got ideas that they can still further explore from this game, and things that we at this point of time aren't aware that is going to be in Tears of the Kingdom. It's an interesting thing, because to top something, I feel a good amount of time with anything, and I really mean anything, you have to invent something that no one thought about. So
Yeah.
to reverse time by 10 years, no one was thinking this concept. They may have been daydreaming, like, imagine Zelda in an open world, because there is more open world games about. You've got your Grand Theft Autos, you've got your Skyrims, and
Yeah.
many others that I can't think from the top of my head. But so you can just daydream on that factor alone. But to think how will that be implemented effectively, it's something that we can't really. It's hard to really think about, and especially from a game developing mindset, that's a completely different story. So to try and top something, you either figure out, you either think up a new idea that no one thought about that somehow lands in this appeal that gamers haven't, of Zelda fans haven't played before, but it intrigues them, or you play around with what you already have, and from constructive criticism or feedback, rather, not even criticism, that's actually no, I take that also back, because the both of them can exist.
Yeah.
You take every feedback and things that people then want with a bit of a difference to it, that can be your next product. But that's the beauty of it. You don't know until it gets shown, and it's very hard to see that perspective.
Then I have a question. Now,
Go for it.
let me throw a question back. What would you want them to do? Like, what would you want them to do to be able to top these two games that are obviously going to be a thing now?
Okay, so what you just said, you formed it into two questions in my brain, and then I'll explain why. If you said what would top this game, or top it, go to like the next level, there's a different phrasing here, I don't really have an answer, and it will sound like a cop-out. I just want it to be fun and something
No,
that
that's
is not mimicking something else. So I'm not just like, it's like this game, it's like this game, it's like this game.
Right.
For example, the common comments that I felt like I was hearing from the position of not playing a Zelda game at that time was that Twilight Princess is Ocarina of Time. So I wouldn't want to have a game that makes me think of another game. So then the identity of that game isn't present. I just feel like I'm playing the same game with a different coat of paint. I'm not saying certainly that that's the case, but I'm just saying what people felt. So on that question, I would just like it to be fun, and it has its own identity and charm and quality that I'll just engage in. To figure out something that will top it, to top this, God, man, I don't know. It has to be something that just doesn't exist. And for that, to try to answer that question, I can't say what doesn't exist yet. Does that make sense?
No. You're right, because like that's the issue when it comes to game development, where it's like, how can you make this different, but also kind of stick to things that people will know? Because if you make it too different, like I feel, because like this game, like obviously it's different from all.
This game's a
other
great
past.
example, yeah. You just
like,
beat me to it. Like this game's a perfect example.
Because like it's a different take on the series, but it still keeps the same mechanics from the past Zelda games, like the puzzles, the hearts, the upgrades, all that stuff. Like that's still in the game, but it's just in a different environment this time around, like mechanically wise. So it's like it's really tough to kind of think as to what they can really do after after TikTok, because it's like what could they really do? Like where they get, like I feel we will get the answer. Like I feel we will get a answer to that question once we play the game, because we don't know.
Tears? Or you mean just the new game of whatever that is?
The Tears of the Kingdom. Like I feel once we know what we're in store for Tears of the Kingdom, then we know where they might go next. Because Nintendo's kind of weird. They tend to do some very strange things sometimes, to the point that it's like, okay, you guys got it. But hey, I mean, it's probably the reason as to why we probably haven't gotten another Mario game in a while, to be honest. Because they're trying to they probably are trying to be like, where do we go from Odyssey? Because it's like
It's hard. It's I mean, if you want to quickly delve into Mario for a little bit, I feel there's a combination of, okay, what do we have next on mind, and two, as time has gone on, in a different, it is now a business mindset coming in, is that, do you want to release another Mario game near the end of a console cycle? So you'll wait to the next one, but we just see it on the surface of, where's the next Mario game? We've had Odyssey since 2017. It's been quite some time. Where is it? So it's two different mindsets in play. Cyber says something which I think is, I concur with what he said, is that that question would be good to be asked again after, say, like 6 months or whatever of Tears of the Kingdom being out, because then we really don't have any knowledge as to what will come afterwards.
Yep.
Or if there is any DLC, then after that, depending what they introduce. But you said something there, Nick, that I wanted to kind of respond, but you were talking, and that's not me criticizing that. It was just, there was something that you said that was interesting to me.
That's good.
But it's I don't know. It's just going to be cool. It's just, we just have to wait and see.
It's
And
gonna be an experience.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I heard of Redfall. Apparently, is that supposed to be like a Left 4 Dead kind of game? I don't know.
It's trying to be a looter shooter when looter shooters are out of fashion, and it's right. There's no way to put it.
Oh, I seen an ad of that game.
I saw it on
okay.
I saw it on YouTube. It's YouTube ad, but I saw like Travis said that it was boring or whatever.
It is. There is so
It looked
little
boring to me.
to do in the map. The map is empty. It is boring. The enemies are all the fucking same.
and all I have about that game is just seeing commercials on Twitch and being like, oh, they covered the song from Soundgarden, which I like Soundgarden.
The AI isn't dull.
So
From what I've seen in a lot of places, it's just straight up broken. I've seen videos of people staring at them point blank face first and the AI not seeing them.
Well then.
We selected 4 skilled individuals
well.
from across Hyrule.
I mean, yeah.
still winning. Let's go.
I mean,
Go and destroy
actually
Ganon,
thinking
let's
about
go.
Something out of the same people that gave us Dishonored, Prey, fucking Deathloop. This is pathetic.
Oh,
Ugh.
I didn't know it was the same developers. Real fast. The whole thing with like figuring out different takes on like game development, I think that's kind of what indie developers kind of suffer from. Like trying to be sure to have their game obviously make a callback to past games, like the Castlevania guy, for instance. Like he made Bloodstain. That was basically supposed to be a callback to Castlevania, but it also is different without it being the exact carbon copy of the previous games that he kind of did work on, really enough. Mighty Number 9, I'll try to be different, but it did it wrong, unfortunately. Tried his best.
I faintly remembered what you were saying, Nick. That kind of tickled my brain. You said about like how they went with this game, they made something new, but they carried a lot of factors that Zelda has had in the past, so it didn't feel like as if it was not a Zelda game. And the two thoughts that came to my mind was, I highly encourage people to watch Liam Triforce's recent Breath of the Wild video, which is about 2.5 hours long. It's very long, but it's very well produced, and it touches a lot of subjects, which was very interesting and engaging to think about. And two, you're right, Nick. They did well with making this still feel like a Zelda game, and that it is a Zelda game. And to really step out of the box, which I look at Zelda as the number 2 mascot after Mario, to really jump and make this creative attempt, but this entry to its franchise. I feel like the only recurring thing that people would wish and want to, in fact, that it was briefly mentioned even in this session, was, I hope there's dungeons. I hope that people want the return of dungeons, and I think the release of Breath of the Wild surely has drawn attention to the developers of, we certainly carried a lot of elements and factors that what makes Zelda Zelda, But now we're really seeing how gamers for this franchise are very attached to dungeons and dungeon gameplay. And that I suppose many would have not felt it was the same kind of experience when it came to Divine Beasts. Because yeah, people will say like, okay, there's only 4 of them, and if you add a DLC, there's a 5th one. But so I'm sure there was people also thinking, oh, they wish there was more in that way. But as to how it felt as an identity, aesthetic, and just puzzle stuff, that was a common comment that people had. Not to take away from Shrines, I don't feel was said often, because people would have fun with those puzzles, but just that was a difference that people, I got the impression that wish they could have more of what was before than this slightly different take, which wasn't bad, but it was this different take. And that's the end of my TED talk. Sorry for rambling for some.
Oh, that's all good.
And if you want to see Rob talk more about video games, go on his YouTube channel, Spider Knife 96. Or was it 97? I forgot.
I mean, you might as well go to whatever number you put in the end, because I actually don't talk about video games. But good luck, guys. just knock on my door, and then I'll be like, "Why the fuck are you here? I'm not going to talk about video games. I'm startled like you found where my house is." But
I like that. That conversation is actually pretty good. I like that. Thanks, Cyber, for that. That was a really good question to give us.
Yeah.
Very engaging question. Good question. Because it's certainly something that's been floating in my mind, even prior to Tears of the Kingdom, because. You think in the perspective of those game developers, do you feel like if you go and do another Zelda game that is prior to Breath of the Wild, do you feel like that's a step back? You know, do you feel like you're going back to the fountain of what everyone knows of it before? Does that feel like, or do you want to try to keep it exciting and try to do something new again, or build on what you just invented?
That is a good point, because there might be actual people who might not like going back to the traditional formula, because we have these 2 games that obviously give you the freedom, and they might play it safe. I don't know.
They think you think they might go stick with the open world mechanic.
I don't know, because the thing is though is that the reason I feel that they stuck with the formula of this right now is because technically this is a trilogy game, because of the 3 games that exist now. But
are you referring to Age of Calamity?
Yeah, Age of Calamity.
Okay.
And in fact, Age of Calamity being based off of Hyrule Warriors is also vastly different compared to the original Hyrule Warriors as well. Because it plays
sure, but that's a different subject.
Yeah,
that's a different conversation.
But I feel that they might. I don't know. They might do something different, because they cannot use the fear that we had before when Tears was coming out was that, are we just exploring this field again with nothing relatively new?
I will tweak that, and it's supporting what you just said. People were worried, like, is this going to be a glorified DLC?
Yeah.
Because, do you know what? And I'll say something that that just crossed my mind about like half a minute earlier. I feel if there's one thing I would make this call, and I don't think it's a risky take in this, but I don't think the next Zelda game has anything to do with these 2 games. You know, with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it will be a new game.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I will be surprised if they make it work. I'm never going to be like, well, how dare you? I want something brand new. But I really, really highly doubt that they will use this foundation of this exact world. It will be a different Link, a different Zelda, a different map, and all that kind of stuff. That I feel like I'll put a strong 2 cents on.
Because I'm even surprised that they managed to end up making us be able to do so much. Like the fact that like the fact that we're gonna be down there and up there is like we can already see so much that we could do in the air that it's friggin' nuts. And I applaud them for being able to do like something different with the game and not, making us worry and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised, and they've kind of have shared this, that because prior even to this, prior to knowing that there was going to be a sequel game, it was communicated that they had a lot of ideas even left on the table. So that on its own opens the conversation of, do you still feel passionate about those ideas? Maybe we've got even more ideas on top of those old ideas. Should we use this as what we have now and just put it on top of it and make it that the story continues with these new ideas? And then that's what can start the pre-production testing idea of like, okay, let's continue from what we have right now. And yeah, Cyber beat me to it. You see it in the arts book. I'm sure it's been conversed in certain interviews or presentations leading up to the game or post game.
Oh, sweet alien cheeks, let's go.
It's like, heck, we what the fuck? Anyway, Nick, shut up. I'm talking. Age before beauty, bro. Fucking hell. But anyway, the big man's talking. But no, it's yeah. So on that instance, then you just that could be why they just end up doing a sequel game, and they might have thought like, hey, here's what a story can be, and they continue that way. As to what they have now, where they're like, okay, whilst we've been working on this new game, Tears of the Kingdom, did we get some ideas that we couldn't implement here or wouldn't be appropriate? Then they could be like, okay, do we see it that it's going to happen in this world, or should we just take it to the next game? Because, hey, reverse it back a bit. When Skyward Sword came out, things that they were thinking about and trying to execute in Skyward Sword was like the early seeds of what actually Breath of the Wild came. No one anticipated, certainly, that it was going to create an entirely different type of gameplay and experience, but one led to the other. Everything is often a result of what you've done before.
Yep.
They did Ocarina of Time. Cool. They felt like they could do they can continue with that using the same models. Cool. You get Majora's Mask. Let's do something different. They get inspired by, I think if I'm correct, anime and changing the style of Link. You get Wind Waker. You get I'm really saying a bunch of this things surface level. So you get a response of how Wind Waker gets, and you're like, okay, we want to target Western audiences for what they were saying and how the sales implied. We will make a game that is a bit more akin to like how an Ocarina, more realistic, quote unquote, kind of presentation. Okay, I can't really say what they were thinking between Twilight and Skyward. I suppose they weren't even really thinking about motion control. That was encouraged later, but then they were like, okay, we've gone left and right and a little bit down in a cave. Let's go up. Okay, I like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. There's a floating island. Sick. Let's make one there and we call it Skyloft. And there's no Master Emerald, but they won't notice because Sonic sucks. So we'll just make this. And then they just were like, okay, people might have made comments about linearity was a bit too much in Skyward, so we'll make it completely open. So let's see what happens next. Maybe in the next Zelda game it's a roguelike game. You want dungeons? Okay, it is dungeons. So boom, Hades free.
Hades
enjoy
free?
The pain.
What?
Yeah.
Actually, it's so weird that we're talking about all the 3D ones, but we also kind of tend to forget that the 2D games kind of also exist too.
Nah, they're dead, bro. Anyway, so yeah, they will make a Hades game. No, imagine this. Okay, let's go back to like, how could they top it? If you're still there, Cyber, or you've fallen asleep from all this talk.
What the heck?
I'm the one talking too much. He's sleeping because of me. So, what if the next Zelda game, if you want to do something different, is a roguelike game, and you just did it like dungeons? You just gave them dungeons. You gave everyone dungeons. They got your puzzles. That's all it is.
I wouldn't mind that.
That'd
if
be
I'm being
interesting.
honest, because the dungeons
Anuma's
were...
like, everyone wants a fucking dungeon. Okay, we'll remove everything else, and all you get is dungeons. Zelda's dungeons, Breath of the Dungeon. Enjoy.
Breath of the Dungeon.
I mean,
DLC, more dungeons.
You say that as a joke, but I would not mind a roguelike Zelda game because.
Do you know what? They break into the people who made Binding of Isaac, and they'd be like, "Well, first we're gonna sue you because you've just copied Zelda 1 and you just roguelike that shit. Okay, but we're gonna take that and we're gonna make it a Zelda game, and it's just gonna be roguelike, the Binding of Zelda. She binded by Ganon. We need to untie those ropes and unbind her. I don't know. This is a bad joke, but we're gonna play this game.
It really is.
That's how we're gonna do this."
It's like, I think it is, but it's cool. But no,
But
like,
yeah, I don't know. That's your crazy wild take. It's going to be a roguelike.
But like with the 2D style gameplay, I feel it works. Like it could work for the 3D. Like if they use the Breath of the Wild engine, I feel that the roguelike would work because like you have the jump, you have the capabilities of like slapping dudes and whatnot. You could go ahead. It's similar to the Master Trial because I mean that's not roguelike. It kind of should have been, to be honest. But it's like the Sword Trials thing where you start out butt ass naked and you have to like get the gears, and as you're getting gears, you go through different types of floors and whatnot. Now the problem with this though is that how much content will they put in? Because most roguelikes do kind of feel a little bit either long or short, depending on which roguelike you're playing. So that is a thing that can be a problem.
A scary thought crossed my mind, and I only say scary because people shiver when they hear this. You can revisit Zelda 1, and you can make it a roguelike, but it's for mobile.
Do you really want to go and have a gotcha game and try to get Zelda and Link as characters?
I can see it working. as
right?
funky as that sounds.
The longest Niantic aren't touching it.
Yeah, but I was one thing I'll conclude because I see that Cyber's asked a new question. In a perfect world, if they had all the resources, I could imagine a scenario where they're like, okay, we would like to kind of continue something that we've established with Breath of the Wild and what seems to be Tears of the Kingdom, but we do also recognize that it's not that we didn't have success with the traditional games. Heck, we wouldn't be at this stage right now if they weren't successful. What if we make this wasn't meant to be a pun, we make 2 timeline of games where we provide both services, but that's requiring like tripling their team to provide like 2 games at the same time, or 2 types of kind of games.
Hold on, before we get to Cyrus thing, Mawape did ask a question previously.
Apologies.
Like, do you think Zelda Breath of the Wild should have an exploration like Elden Ring, where exploring gives you better equipment and items, while also harder challenges for you to overcome? I feel the way for them to be able to do that is that they have to up the combat differently, because you can't have this to be the combat, because that's not going to work if you're going to have the bosses and whatnot. It can work, it's just that they'll have to change a few things for it to work.
I don't have experience of Elden Ring, but it's to try to tie with that question. That makes me think about the experience I've had with Breath of the Wild. It would have been nice that as enemies got tougher, it wasn't just the same enemy.
Yeah.
But they just
definitely.
went to some like Home Depot and they were like, okay, I want to be this color today.
We got guns. I was like, oh, that's new.
Well, yeah.
What's Cyber's question?
I think
Now,
it
as
was
a concept, assuming it's Lie 14, how would you think of them? Yeah, you know, it's funny. I was thinking of that, like when it's like where can it go next? It's like, what if it was like a Zelda MMO where you have different creation links? I mean, I don't know, because
that's really interesting.
They have
thinking about
so
that.
many areas, and you can pick different locations for you to start in, and you know the progression wouldn't be level progression; it will be more so Actually, no. What I'm talking about, the MMO game is just Genshin Impact.
Well,
Okay, fine. I
lo-
guess that bat take was terrible, you stupid Stalfos. Jeez.
I like the idea, from my limited knowledge and experience, for sure, especially the latter with MMOs, of you have a world that is Hyrule, but you make it even bigger. And I'm just visualizing that you don't even play as Link. Link is in the world, he's in the story, but you play as a Hylian. Ooh, imagine that you could choose what race you are.
ooh.
Yeah.
And that's your story, and that's your
Ooh.
adventure. You could be
Yeah.
a Zora, you
Ooh.
could be an experimentee / Rito. You can wait a minute, Burrito. You just you know, you can bring all the races back, and it's. That would be
Works.
interesting.
It works.
That's
It
a-
actually
That
does
would
work.
be.
Because then you can
I-
have like depending on the area you're at, you can be born in Garuda, not Garuda.
Like,
You can be
I don't know
born
why,
in
it just
those
reminds me
places.
of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles in a way. Like, you could choose which race you can be at the start.
Yeah, I want to. It's okay. So of course we saw in the gameplay trailer we did see a Korok, and he has a backpack. That's what my MMO character will be. I'll be a Korok with a massive sword, as Cyber just said, and that's my. I'm
That
the
would
adventurer.
be cute.
I thought you were just gonna shit on people.
What?
I mean,
No.
that's what they're giving us
Okay,
in the game.
I'm dragging
okay?
you to a different call. Sorry, guys, you're not gonna. No.
No, they'll see the game still. It's just that you won't be able to see it.
Give me a sec.
I don't remember this outpost.
What's it called?
I don't know. It doesn't really say the name. I just don't remember this
Garrison
outpost.
Outpost.
It has like bombs here.
Are you talking about an outpost, or it looks like you're just talking about some kind of enemy camp?
No, it's just a normal ass outpost that's just broken up with just 2 bombs. There's like no enemy here.
I
'Cause
was
isn't it-
asking, how would you feel if the Force Sword came back into play? Remember, it's still somewhere in Hyrule with Ganon still sealed.
Well, that's if they actually remake Four Swords Adventure, but it would be nice to actually have a Four Swords style game. Because they haven't done a multiplayer Zelda game in like forever. to be
Ah,
honest.
shoot! I
wait.
saw that.
Did they do it with the closed game? I know that's the bad word to describe me like
yeah,
that.
the
3DS,
cl-
that was
yeah,
kind of multiplayer.
Yeah, Triforce Heroes, but that's more so with 3 than 4, but it's the closest. But that's
Yeah,
that was like
that's
the
the most
last
recent.
multiplayer. Yeah, that was like the last multiplayer Zelda game that we've had. We haven't had any
Yeah.
other Zelda game.
2014 or 2015, something like that,
Yeah,
wasn't
so
it?
it has been a very long while, and I do like the Four Swords games because they are really interesting in terms of utilizing 4 different characters or 4 different
But
links to
26
be able to go ahead and solve puzzles and whatnot. And if they make it online, I mean, the online would be Gucci, but hey, it's gonna be what it is.
It will be interesting how we talk a lot about the mainline stuff and future of that and just interesting debates. I'd be curious as to like what would they do with just side games again, as we're kind of talking about it using the Four Swords concept gameplay. Will you just do another Hyrule Warriors, or will you now just make independent little games like they did for the Wind Waker era, or you just give Joey another crossbow training too? I don't know. But
This is just me. I want them to do a thing that they did like with Mario Maker. I want to see a dungeon maker for Zelda.
Dungeon Maker, not the one in Link's Awakening.
No, not that crappy one, that bougie ass Betamax one that they didn't even, capitalize on. Ugh. But yeah,
What do you mean? Cyber, we did. It's Power Sword.
What?
Side quest with Beetle. I was like, sure, we did.
Yeah,
No,
we did get a
no.
side-
I'll be back to my mobile game idea. Beetle will be where you need to put your real life
Oh
money
my God,
if you
you're
want to get
right.
items.
Or-
He will be the guy.
Oh no! Or Ting, and then if you get a rare 5-star, it's just Tingo going "Kuralipa!"
Oh my god, I can see Tingle in there. He'd be the biggest troll. That would be so him to be. Yeah, I take back Beetle. Beetle, cool. He can be buff with his flying beetle, just flying in the sky.
Because like 5 stars for like gacha games usually have like a unique animation. Either they just become gold, or in the new one I'm playing, Starlinks, where the little creature thing gets blasted by the door that opens because it's a gold
sorry?
star. Yeah, okay. So in Starlinks, it's a train. for context, the train opens in 3 different colors: blue if it's 3, purple if it's 4, and if it's a 5-star, it's gold. When it's gold, the little creature thing that's in the game gets blasted to basically give you true Giga Chad energy. It's like, yeah, you got a 5-star after spending $50. Congratulations. But nah, that's kind of why I feel like you get a 5-star, you get Kuripa from friggin' Tingle, because like, congratulations, you win. You're gamer. But no, it would be interesting to see what Nintendo will do with Zelda. Like I like, you know, Zelda, I fear, can never do anything wrong, because there's, like I said, there's nothing wrong with Skyward Sword either. Like, they're both, like, all the Zelda games are fantastic, whether they be, you know,
even crossbow training.
Okay, not that one. That's not a Zelda game.
Hey, I hear Joey crying. Take that back.
But no, like with Zelda, a lot of people like different types of Zelda games. Some people like the side games, some people like the top-down games, and some people like the 3D games. You know, they got
but much of that, yeah, but much of that is to, I feel like the majority of whoever likes what is down to what era you grew up in. So that ties into this sentiment of this is what I define as. Sorry.
I grew up with top-down games, and I like both.
No, you're just a greedy fuck. But no, but you just want it all, Nick. You just want it all. No, you're the dungeon man. You just want dungeons back. End story. Oh, sorry, but no, don't say Pokemon top down. No, I want that. I'll be open. If we were gonna go Pokemon and say like, what do you want to do? I would welcome a new Pokemon game, and they reverted back to how it was. Like, what did they do in Gen 6? Was it top down?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Or was it Gen 5? No, Gen 6 is when they started doing models. Gen 5 was still sprites.
You want them to go back to the sprites? Yes, I actually want them to go. I want them to go back.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like, I don't play the series, but I wouldn't mind that.
I want them to go back to sprites. I don't like models.
I think they've gone too far, and that's not even a criticism on them. I would feel like that people will look at this that they're going backwards. They would have to both coexist.
Well, I forgot who it was. I think Mawape mentioned. I think it was either Mawape or Cyber, whomever, where said that it would be good if they went with like the Octopath route for Pokemon. Like, right? Who mentioned that?
I don't remember mentioning that.
I mean, the ideas are appealing, but
Also, wait, real quick. Would you love it if the next Zelda game was an RPG or monster catcher like Dragon Quest Monsters?
I'm unfamiliar with that, so I can't give it a clean answer.
Monster Hunter style. See, there's like it will only focus on the bosses though. Yeah, like it would just focus on the bosses, which after a while you run out of bosses to hunt.
Monster Hunter, they will like that, but it's not. I don't know. I feel like the replayability is not gonna last very long, in my opinion.
Because there's a lot of bosses and monsters, but there's not a lot of big giant monsters that you can kind of utilize. Like there are some of the 2D ones, I guess you can use, but I think it will probably overstay its welcome a little bit because I think that's like very, very different of gameplay.
Also, Nick, I'm doing your favorite shrine.
Yay, the one I got clocked on the head and died.
Well, no, you almost did.
That was when I was playing Master Mode, so you know I was serious.
For a second there, Sheena, I thought you just did it that quickly. I'm like, that is impressive. But then I didn't realize that.
I wish I did.
I didn't realize the flat platform was on the opposite side.
Ooh, doggy.
How you doing, Nick?
No. How do you go into
He's in pain. I'm satisfied. It's okay.
Where are you at right now?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't have a map, is all I'll say.
I mean, I don't have the other towel either.
Let me have a look at your...
Stop hitting me!
Oh, are you by the bridge?
Yeah, I'm by the bridge by the guy who stops you from jumping.
Okay, he's on the way, on the direction to the peaks.
League.
Oh no.
So he's following story. No, you're not following story. You are going the direction that the story tells you to go.
Yeah, I'm just going just random places, but
You're
my
going
memory
east.
is not as best as Sheeta's when it comes to things. So I'll be kind of fapping around a bit, trying to figure out what the
I
hell
have
do
a
I
reason why
want to
I'm
do.
going for this shrine.
I just realized that Sheena got the mask. That's
Yep,
cool.
I went on my way to get the mask.
Where did you have to go?
I forgot the name of the ruins, but it's in Central Hyrule.
Okay,
I
there,
don't
north.
know the name of the ruins, but
that's okay.
it's somewhere around
That's okay.
Central Hyrule.
Oh,
No worries.
also, all right, Cyber. Also, do you think Zelda 2 should get a remake? Yes. Yes, it should.
Yeah.
Because that game
No.
can be able to
not.
fix some of the mechanics that the game already has issues with, and that feels deserving. Because to be fair, the remake to Zelda 1 is this game, so.
I mean, originally supposed to be a 2D game, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I can't remember if it was about half an hour ago or so, whether it was Moape or Flip that said, well, this game, they kind of, the
I think it
beta
was
they
Cyber,
used was,
but I could be wrong.
oh, it could be Cyber, do excuse me. I might have got the colors. Oh, no, it was Flip. Okay, take it back, Sheena, you terrible person, you. No, but, yeah, no, it's interesting using what was in the past as your principle of what you use in the future. So maybe the next game will be Zelda 2. It won't be a remake. It just be Zelda 2, the sequel. That's the name, guys.
I want them to
The
remake
dumbest
the
name
Oracle
ever.
games. I want them to either remake the Oracle games or Zelda 2. Whichever one they decide.
And
Also,
but it has to
reintroduce
look
the
like
core.
Link's Awakening HD.
They can read
Zelda Metrovania?
as well. Zelda
You
Metrovania.
do so. Zelda Metrovania would be
I feel like that'll be an interesting concept in a way.
Symphony of the Night, whatever that game's called. But in that castle is Hyrule Castle, and you're trying to save Zelda because she's stuck in the bathroom. I don't know, and you just can't find which room she's in. But there's a lot of rooms. There you go. 2D, beautiful sprite work, and boom. You're welcome. Pay me.
I mean, Zelda has never actually done Metrovania. That would be different.
I'd play it.
How silly would it be? You're just like, here's Castlevania, here's Metrovania. They had a baby called Metroidvania, and now you make Zelda in it. It's just like, where's Mario? Just put Mario in there too. Pikachu there also. Yeah, it's
Well, I
he's
mean,
all-
I mean, it's not really a Metroidvania, but friggin' Mystery Dungeon might as well be. Even though
I
Mystery Dungeon
swear,
is a bit
I
of a
thought you were going to say
Metroidvania.
Kingdom Hearts, and I was just going to be like, get out of my house.
No, what? There is no Metrovania in Kingdom Burps.
Give it time.
Nah, they'll never do that. They'll just do mobile
time.
games and make you force you to read the story through mobile.
Mobile game will be a Metrovania game.
Might as well be at this point, to be honest with the way how you gotta find it. Disgusting.
Ooh, it says Owl. She's on that bridge.
Ooh, tower.
Sheena, what are you doing?
Oh, what's that?
Oh, okay. No. I was just like, Sheena, you could just cross the bridge rather than just jumping off the bridge
Oh, no,
and
I
then
was
going on
being
ice.
Korok.
Get over the bridge.
I
But I
was being
see.
Korok. Yeah.
No, because there's a little bit of delay, what I was saying was you getting the...
Oh,
chest.
right.
I can't believe she's going to go for swag points and she's going to get all the Koroks in this run.
Okay, I want the weapon stashes. I'm
Wait,
trying to get as many as I can.
This isn't a free HOTS run. That would have spiced it up. Okay, fine.
Okay, I didn't. Oh,
No, she
Nope,
says
that's
storage,
enough.
not hearts. I think she'd be increasing hearts anytime soon.
no,
Also,
I'm
for the
focusing on
record, I
stamina.
hope you do increase the hearts by the time the 8-day limit is up, because if you don't, then you're gonna have to fight Ganon with 3 hearts and have fun.
I mean, I had to strategize. It's like, alright, which one should I upgrade first?
It's like, uh-oh, I only had 3 hearts. Whoa,
Oh,
I'm in danger. Get
I get some
slapped
food buffs.
once. It's like get slapped once and it just dies. Like, oh, well, what did you think was gonna happen to you? Oh, there's a guardian walking on 2 legs. That's nice.
Oh, you're in Central Hyrule.
Oh, is that one, man? See,
On
you...
2
Most
legs.
likely.
On 2 legs. I'm just imagining like
2
a
legs.
humanoid
Wait, so you
guardian.
said 2 legs?
He said 2 legs.
I know,
But you're right in the.
Last I checked, I think there's more than one.
You're
or more than
correct in the
2.
location, but he's just he can't word.
It's
I
okay.
never-
I can't word
I
either.
never can word.
I know, Nick. I know.
Yeah, I know. You spoken to me how many times now? Yeah, that's
every
right.
time. I had to drink a lot before the stream to numb the ache of your sentences.
It's
Trust
all
me.
good. Everybody has
It's
to
not.
do that.
It's not. My liver is crying right now. That's
Oh,
never.
I mean, that sounds like a problem for you to solve on your own, my dude. Sure to solve it. And remember,
I'll solve it. It's called June and throwing it down a freaking stairs. Next question, guys. What questions does people have? Next question, please. Welcome to our Q&A.
Hey.
If you have any questions, remember, leave them at our P.O. Box at 2964.
Oh, you're a doctor to somebody already.
I mean, I don't know if there's somebody who actually has that. If they have
What
that,
the
I
hello,
apologize
man?
wholeheartedly. Yeah, there's rocks, dude.
No, I literally got told. I didn't even get a warning from that.
You're never gonna get a warning when you're playing Breath of the Wild.
Shoot! Nocturne just shot me.
Well, good thing you are playing with sound, because imagine if you weren't.
I just saw it right now. That really did come from nowhere. That was beautiful.
Damn, that Atharad was out for blood.
Those crafty octopuses.
Why did Spooter start streaming? Rob?
Why did I start streaming? Okay, let me first think. Why did I stream first? Did I play a game or did I went straight to animation? It could have been animation. And what was the purpose for that besides being curious of the idea of streaming was that I procrastinate a lot and I can lose focus quite easily due to the amount of social media and things you can do online. So streaming helped to kind of keep myself in line to do work. In regarding with gaming, I just don't really think of anything other than I just liked it. Just was appealing to be like, okay, cool, I can play some of the games I can access through my Steam account or some emulators because I do not have Elgato or anything like that. But yeah, so I think that's a accurate answer. I can't think of anything right now. I haven't streamed in a long time, so to think before then, it's been a bit. But yeah, that would probably those two pieces of media, animating and gaming. That would have been likely. Well, I say likely. Those were the reasons. I just can't remember if there was any more.
When it comes to art design, which Zelda game do you think has a superior art style?
I don't like that
Arsenal?
question because you are trying to get an objective answer from me, and I don't like answering those questions.
Yeah,
Not because I feel like I'm gonna get
it's-
attacked,
it's
but I
objective.
don't like.
Yeah,
I just don't like that question.
yeah, because
That's fair.
there's no real definitive answer for that. Because it can literally be like your opinion can be this one, other people's opinion can be that one. There's no definitive answer for that one.
Blaz, to answer that question from my point, when I hear the word superior, at least in that kind of question that Nick just said, I hear it as objective. What do you think is objectively the best or the number one thing? And I think
CDI.
a lot of the time that question is shut up. That question is it doesn't exist because everyone has their own subjective opinion. And I bet Joey's going to say something and be like, "Yo, no, actually,
He did,
objectively,
actually.
yeah, no, I see him. I was just like, he's going to say crossbow training is objectively the best, and I'm going to be like, objectively, my fist is going to go in your face." But sorry to ruin the surprise. But just pretend that you didn't remember that, and you'll enjoy June because okay,
Yeah, like
cool.
those-
He's
those-
anticipating.
Yeah, like those
But, yeah.
questions overall is like, it's kind of why I don't, no offense, it's like kind of why I don't really like those questions on Twitter constantly being spammed. It's like, we get it, guys. You guys have thought processes, but it's like, I just.
I got to do something for Joey, by the way.
Ow! Ow!
There you go.
God.
He requested. he indirectly requested it. Okay, for Moapu's thing, remove superior and replace it with best art style in your opinion.
Yes, that's a better.
okay.
that's a
Yeah,
better
I was gonna say,
way.
like,
Okay.
if you're gonna say something, what's the best thing in your opinion? You know, opposite in your opinion.
I'm gonna be very nitpicky. I don't like that question either, but it's not as bad, and I'll explain. It's that Okay, my stickler thing is just choice of words. I would rather, and I know this is probably what you mean, is that what is your favorite? Simply, I'm very literal with words sometimes.
That's fine.
And for me, what is my favorite?
Good at video games.
I'm thinking.
What happened?
Am I gonna be this guy? I'm gonna be like, if I want to think retro, I really like Ocarina of Time. But if I think
No,
nowadays,
nothing wrong with that.
Nowadays, I
say-
like Breath of the Wild. But
I
then
just say,
no.
oh.
What's that?
Wait, why'd you pin that? Cyber, why'd you pin that? I mean, hey, well, I'm
Did I
glad
miss
you
any
pinned it. What
crashes?
up? But no,
If,
like I
we
say,
didn't get crashes, but we've got a funny
What?
glitch that boulder, like an octopus, spat in Sheena's face. Sorry, I just had to answer that there.
But
Go on.
no, like I just say, like go whatever you think is your favorite. Like, what do you feel? Which one do you like more?
Like I say, like
which one
you
do
like
you
don't
enjoy?
worry what other people think. Just
Oh,
pick what.
for sure. I'm not concerned about other people. It's just a wording thing.
I like Majora's Mask mainly because I like the aesthetic of Termina's dark atmosphere, and I like the original one more than the remakes because I feel the remake is like it kind of takes away certain things from the remake. Like there are certain colors that are just omitted in the 3DS version. And my other one, and this is kind of the reason as to why I kind of am a little bit on the fence when it comes to the remake of Link's Awakening. I personally don't like the toy style graphics for Link's Awakening. I much prefer the original Game Boy Color. This is also the same like with any of the top, like I don't know what it is, the top down Link's Awakening and Oracle of Ages and Seasons, they just look so good to look at in terms of the dungeon designs and just the color, the way how they use the color. Just it's just Among Us. I just love it. I can't stop looking at it.
I don't think that's an explanation, but okay. I think you like the guys.
Look, Rob's your favorite character.
I need to finish the other thing. Okay, my answer. I think what art style that I like the most. I think it could be Breath of the Wild. I think overall. And honorable mention would be Ocarina / Majora because I think there's a specific nostalgia thing that I like about their designs from a perspective that I didn't play them when they came out. But there's something that I'm very fond of how they look. But I think overall, I think my one would be Breath of the Wild. Admittedly. No, I'm saying admittedly. Joey, what do you want? I know you're here. What's up?
Like cross. So should have said that.
It's okay. It wasn't worth it. I'm crying inside.
Oh.
Don't,
Oh, jeez.
don't worry, I'm still trying to recover from that punch to the face again.
It's okay. You'll feel it again. I hope you enjoy the trial of your mental interpretation of it.
Before we get to Cyber's question, Sheena, what is your answer to said question?
For favorite Zelda game?
Art style.
Design.
Art style. I actually really love Twilight Princess art style. Not like the graphics, it's more so the art style, like how the game is produced. More so the HD version. I really love how they
She like
changed
that bloom.
Yeah. Well, get Link's face as just orange.
But no, like I really love the art style for the HD version of Twilight Princess. Like I love how they improved on it.
Gotcha.
I think it's more so the line art of it is just like so very sharp. So yeah.
I liked how you phrased it in the beginning of the sentence because I thought you were gonna. If prior to you starting your answer, I was like, she's gonna say Twilight Princess. It's gonna be Twilight Princess. But the way you start this sound like, well, actually, I'm like, she's gonna say Zelda 2. Where's this going? She's gonna swerve me. But then he's like, actually, my favorite is Twilight Princess. I'm like, of course it's fucking Twilight Princess.
Yeah, what else Zelda's gonna be?
The biggest swerve is if you said Skyward Sword, because I know you don't like their lips, and that's a fair argument.
I was gonna say my favorite Skyward Sword because it's Twilight Princess, but it's not as muted.
Joey, leave, please. No, I'm joking. Damn.
Cyrus is Wind Waker for him.
That one's a second place for me, honestly. Love how, really love how expressive everything is.
Yeah,
it's the
But I will say honorable mention to Majora's Mask, not HD, 3D, because I do like the art style for that one too.
Whoa, there's
I mean,
an HD version
technically
of Majora's Mask. Hold up.
Whoa! I think we know what flip notes are. Yeah.
I actually do like the art style for Majora's Mask 3D though.
Oh yeah, Minish Cap definitely has a very amazing looking art style. It's just that I haven't played enough of Minish Cap to really appreciate it that much. But I will say it does look really good.
It's on GBA online.
I know.
Play it now, Nick. We won't notice.
Yeah. Just switch the game to the Minish Cap and we just change the game.
No.
Wow, I haven't seen this shrine. Why is it all in spray art? This is beautiful.
Real fast. If the next other game were to return to traditional sense, but it's a crossover with another series, which series would you want it to cross over with or be a good match?
Ice Climber.
What? The fuck is wrong with you?
It's an ice climber game. All you're doing is going up, but instead of like a mountain, it's the same thing. I killed it now. You're just going up Death Mountain. There you are.
In terms of character wise, since Link is a knight, yeah, Fire Emblem would work, but then you'll have a bunch of fan service. But yeah, the Fire Emblem.
No, that would work. There'll be a bunch of fan service. You get fan service if it was a flipping anything. Shut up. Nerd.
Alright.
Fan service. Anything will have fan service.
No, Ice Climber doesn't have fan service.
I bet the flipping skipping game that they put for the
Nick,
pandemic has fan service.
I can tell you what the eggplant is an Ice Climber for a reason.
Oh. Okay, Joey.
You know the eggplant is in Kid Icarus as well, right?
Yeah, it's fan service there too.
How? Who the hell wants to go ahead and be like ooh woo to the plant
people
thing?
Really like putting eggplants in their foods. Please, dogs.
But yeah, either Fire Emblem or.
So I was like Pokemon. Yeah, I love to flipping throw a Pokeball at a Ruto.
Man, that was the joke I was trying to make when we first did Breath of the Wild with the Pokemon text thing when we defeated Calamity Ganon. But sadly, I couldn't figure out where the hell to find a goddamn text box for Pokemon. That's why
he fainted.
No, when we caught him in a Pokeball. Oh, this is the woman that beats your ass up. You know, somebody on Twitter just found out about this. That's so amazing.
Cool.
What, the flower shrine?
Right? Yeah, the flower shrine. What the lady does if you step on the flowers too much.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, you just inspired a question in my brain. What was your favorite discovery on this game?
I can jump.
Power button.
That got spoiled on the first reveal. What?
I mean, that shit.
Oh.
When you played the game.
Oh, I have mine. And it's a hilarious one because.
Is it the wolf for me, bro?
No, actually, no.
You're just like, it's a Twilight Princess centric. I bet it is.
I'm trying to figure out what I was more so amazed about. I think.
Although I am amazed, when you do whistle while having Wolf Link out, if you're too far away from him, he will actually warp to you when you whistle.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was gonna explode because that would have been that would have been badass.
Anyways,
I think my favorite thing. I mean, my favorite discovery when playing this game is the fact of how much you can do. Because I, honest to God, thought that it was going to be limited. Because I have played some open world games here and there, but usually they tend to be sometimes limited on progression because of story reasons and stuff. The fact that you can literally do anything without having to continue the story. Like, there are certain things that are locked behind you, like, but they're just shrines, so it's whatever. But you can literally you could go to the final boss early, which amazes me because I've never heard of a video game where you could just be like, I just want to fight the final boss. Booyah! It's like, huh.
Well, look, some of us...
Ukulele and the Apostle there also do
I was
that.
going to say, I think a bunch of people are going to say, like, I think there's other games that have existed.
Well, I said I never. See, this is why I use the word. I never seen a game that done that.
Okay.
Experiment. What were you gonna say? Experiment.
Look, some of us have things to do. You know, just saying. I can't help it if it's just like, what do you want me to do? We'll kill the guy. Where's the guy? Oh, in that big fuck-off castle in the center. All right, I'm gonna go kill him. Don't do it. Go to the village. I'm gonna do it. No, seriously, go to the village. You are gonna go. I'm gonna do it. Did you even know how to fight the guards? I'm already parrying them with the fucking pot lid. Come at me, bro.
But no, it's like, I still say the jumping is still amazing to me because I was like, you couldn't jump in any of the other games.
I suppose.
Wait. Link's Awakening.
I said you couldn't jump in any of the 3D games, Joey. And also, you need a rock's feather for that, Joey.
Someone corrected their sentence, and he thinks no one noticed. What a scrub!
But anyway, my question earlier, I feel like I was being centric to what my answer would be. So let me try to change it slightly. When you so we knew stuff, of course, in trailers. We knew stuff that Anuma just suddenly DM'd us and be like, "This is what's happening in the game." We're like, Anuma, please get away. You need to continue making the game. We wanted to play it soon. But when you were playing the game, and what was brand new, what I'll try to speak in the question is like, what was your favorite highlight that you found in the game? So, for example, I'll say my one. It was finding Eventide Island. And finding out that I'm playing hard mode, the Great Plateau. Because I thought that was sick. That they strip you. I don't mean in a suggestive way, wink wink, but in a way of just like, okay, we are removing all your everything that you've collected thus far. The only thing that is carried over is your stamina, will, and heart decisions. And but you're starting from scratch, and that's, you have to defeat this.
My favorite discovery is when I first got to my first Divine Beast, I was not expecting that you fight side along the respective characters that's in that area. I'm like, wait, really?
Oh, what did they do? That they were spiritually there.
What's that?
What, that they were spiritually there?
No. Well, no, more so like for Varuta, for example, like you have literally Sidon like actually helping you fight the Divine Beast. That was the really
yes.
I was blown away by that. I'm like, this is so cool.
You like that engagement that you
I really loved it. Like, and considering Varuta was my first one, man, I was let's just say pogging.
She had that mental fan service, you know what I mean, boys? But I get you, that sounds sick. I get it. That's really cool to hear, and I can. That was a sick answer. I like.
Like, I was not expecting that at all.
Very nice, very nice.
It's kind of hard for me to figure out a discovery because most of it is just me being amazed about how, like, okay, I mean, it's not really a discovery because, like,
just then a highlight, a personal highlight.
Hyrule Castle. Hyrule Castle,
cool. Okay, it's boring, but good answer.
No, well, okay. So, first off, my thing is that when going through the 4 Divine Beasts, I thought Hyrule Castle was just going to be short. I was not expecting it to be kind of an exploratory dungeon. And sadly, it's one of the reasons why I wish that the Divine Beasts weren't the way how they were designed. But I love exploring Hyrule Castle as a whole. And I love that they made a callback to the Ballad of the Windfish, which I'm like, okay, what's that supposed to mean? Link's Awakening is getting a remake? Oh, look at that. 2019, Link's Awakening got a remake. It's like, oh, okay. But no, like, I love the music. I love the different pathways that you can take. And I do like the attention to detail with the Master Sword constantly glowing as you're in there because it senses all the malice and stuff that's within the castle. It's such a wonderful designed area to just explore and getting to the top as you're fighting through all the enemies, and once you reach to the top, you know, you're just like, oh my god, this is such an amazing moment. Why was the whole game like this? But it's like, I love it. I just love the music too. It's so good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's cool, man. I'm gonna tell you off and say that was a very valid answer. That was cool.
Look, I'm
that's
bad
cool
with
hear.
answering questions whenever people ask me questions because I'm like, my answer's gonna be dumb. I always feel like that.
No. I mean, I'll say if the answer. I would like to believe that if your answer didn't relate to the question, then I'll just. I don't like the phrasing calling you out, but I'll be like, no, but I'll just kind of say the question again in a different way. See if you can answer that one.
Yeah, because I will admit I sometimes do fail at understanding questions here and there.
And that's fine. We all do that. We all do that. So don't feel that's something that's your.
I don't know why I'm being this way. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know what's
guys,
been
I think I found his weakness. I have to make him insecure. I found it. It was never about beating him up. It's getting into his brain. I found it, guys. Let's go.
Also, Morphe's asking how long did it take you to get to Hyrule Castle your first playthrough?
It's kind of hard to estimate, but it's obviously after completing like everything. So 200 hours.
I don't
Wait,
remember.
like, how long did it take you? Oh, sorry, I misread that question. I thought it was like, how long were you in the castle before you Pardon me.
200 hours.
I
don't think it was as long as that.
Same. I don't think mine was as long as that.
Maybe 150, maybe a little bit less. It's hard. And I can't really. It's hard for me to kind of even revisit it because of.
I want to say 70 to 90, maybe.
Sure.
I say that's kind of a good rounded number. Also, wait, hold on. Actually, how did you all felt about the first Sun and Blood Moon jump scare?
Oh my god, I was freaking out.
Okay, no. I have a better one. Like it's not the first one, but there was one time that me and Sheena was playing this game together, and for whatever reason, the Blood Moon took a very long time to show up.
Yeah, it did.
And when it did, to answer the first time, I was like, what's happening? Is fucking Majora's Mask killing us all? What's going on?
I remember I was on my way to the Dueling Peaks, and there was a random shed that you can take shelter from rain or whatever. And I thought, I don't know what I thought was going to happen. Like, I just all of a sudden see the sky turning red, and so I hid underneath the shed. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, that's so cool. That's cool. I like that.
There was a shed there, so I was hiding from whatever's going to happen.
That's sick. I know that brought fear into you, but the reason why I say that's sick is that it shows how engrossed you were in the game, and you panicked as a result. Yeah. So that shows how much you were. I kind of butcher pronouncing this word often. Like I'll change it slightly. Your immersion in the game, it was so like tight that when something that looked deadly just occurred and is just red all over you, you kind of politely pooped yourself, and that's fair.
Also, real fast, I have a request. When the 8-day is over, we have to go through Hyrule Castle normally. We can't use the power of this. We can't use, if we do get Rivali's farts, if we can't use the farts just to skip everything, because that's just boring.
Good call. That's good call.
You said you needed that idiot's fucking powers to skip straight to the end.
Look, we
still have to travel through the thing anyways. We're sorry, experiment. We can't skip everything.
Look, I thought the stream would be over by now. Like, I thought you guys would be at Hyrule Castle.
Wow, y'all want that speedrun experience? Y'all want to watch those other people?
I may have played this game many times, but I am no speedrunner.
I think
SGDQ it's not too late. SGDQ is right around the corner.
It really is at the end of the month. And that's it. Regarding the Blood Moon question, I recall after being at the plateau, I just roamed around the place. I didn't follow the story for a while. And I just remember going to several camps, getting stuff, and the Blood Moon came, being like, what is going on? And then how you get that line from Zelda and everything, and then that little scene ends. And I just realized, it was that realization of all these camps I just kind of broke into and killed everyone, they now are alive again. Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh,
buddy,
It resets
yo!
them, and I don't even look at it as like a bad thing. It was just that that realization. So that was pretty sick.
Oh shit! You can one-shot me. I'm out. You got it.
Okay,
I
let me
remember-
just double check. Sorry, go for it, Joey.
Yeah, no, I mostly remember. Well, side note, I haven't beaten this game, but I did like explore a lot. I remember distinctly seeing that cutscene. I was just wandering around the field and seeing that cutscene. I was like, I'm going to be killed.
I'm going to die now. How shocked were you when you saw people speedrun Breath of the Wild the first day it was out? Not really surprising considering how most people play video games nowadays. It was just like, I
wasn't too shocked, but I was like amazed that I can get to our castle like that quickly.
Yeah.
My one would be, what was the exact question? Whereabouts is it?
How shocked were you when you saw people speedrunning Breath of the Wild the first day it was out?
Okay, so for one, I wasn't aware because I was that engrossed in the game, so I respectfully didn't care what anyone else was doing, but I was just too much playing the game. But I remember when maybe a week or so later, meeting up with a friend, and he was telling me how that his friend beat story mode that weekend. I, for one, was a bit blown away, and also kind of, I'm going to phrase it like this. I was partially disgusted because I'm like, you didn't play the game right. You're supposed to embrace it. Why did you speed run it in that way? But later on, finding out, like, I suppose it would have been, admittedly, it probably would have been nearly a year later when it was an Awesome Games Done quick entry, and seeing how it was being done with it like under an hour, if it was around in 2018, and just being like, wow, that's incredible. Not only just for the speed, but just the capability of doing it. Had I known Experiment then, he would have been like, yeah, man, I've already done it 6 times. And I'd be like, oh, fair play. Nice. But yeah, no, it was a good kind of shock. It was like, this is sick. Oh, do we have any more questions? A lot of people are questioning today. It's nice. Big
My
memory.
blood memory was to Conquer Village. I encountered because I was riding a horse. I saved it and started riding it. Then the blood moon came up, and I was like, "What did I do wrong?"
Took the horse.
You rode that horse wrong, yo. Why were you backwards? I remember at a time when I used to watch a bit of Game Grumps, and I watched them do an LP of Breath of the Wild. I think it was Aaron. He was gliding really, really high in the sky, and he saw a whole bunch of horses, and he just starts dropping. I don't think he puts the glide out again, but he lands perfectly on a horse.
Oh, wow.
And it was just like, wow, this is impressive, but also my crotch hurts because I'm just thinking of the reality of how that would feel. This sucks. I need to lie down now. But yeah, that was sick.
So Cyber's asking, how would you feel? Oh, sorry. You and I
No. Go for it.
Cyber's asking, how would you feel if they did this? Oh, I had to read the rest of it. This one here is more topical with consoles, but here it goes. Seeing this new gen, Sony and Microsoft blur the lines of console gaming and PC gaming. Do you think Nintendo will do similar going into the next generation? And if so, how would you feel if they did it with either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom coming to PC?
I don't think they'll do that.
I don't think that's it.
No,
that's a big doubt.
Nintendo is old-fashioned. They're not gonna do that.
That's a big doubt.
But also, I mostly just like I think they're okay not being on.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'm going to die in this dungeon.
I think if they were having threats of one of the reasons like their games weren't selling is because people didn't want to buy their consoles, then they may
What are
start
you doing,
thinking,
Nick?
They may start thinking about how could they distribute their softwares to different platforms for people to play their games. But because the fan base is strong enough and they are definitely thriving as a business, they really don't need to. They not anytime soon that they need to be like, yo,
They survived the Wii U.
Look what happened to
I think
Mario. Look what happened to
Yeah.
Mario Run. Like that. That's long.
They will
I mean,
just, yeah, mobile will be the only way for the time being
Yeah.
for something that's outside of their actual a gaming platform that they didn't invent
gonna
from
die
their
here.
own.
What are you doing?
The
Unless,
stupid
give
dumb
it 5
get
years
in the
and
head.
then imagine if like there'd be something different in like 5 years time. They just make, here's the Nintendo mobile phone. They just make it just invents. You'll have iPhone, you'll have Apple, you'll have Android, you'll have Nintendo.
You have Nintendo at home.
Now we'll finally,
Nintendo.
but now we'll officially get this the ringtone that appears in the Mario movie, because that'll be one of the suggestions.
I wasn't sure if anyone else had anything else to add to this, but we also missed Flip's question up there.
I feel like there was one that we missed. What was it, Joseph?
Yeah, I'll read it out. Big memory I had of Breath of the Wild was when I played it. I enjoyed the Great Plateau, but then then we were told we need to leave the house, so I picked up the Switch and continued playing. I'd realized, as someone who's mainly a portable gamer, being able to take this open-world Zelda game was a reality and not just a dream, like how we couldn't take Twilight Princess or Wind Waker on the go. I guess, how did you all feel how did you all feel when taking this, like, on the go for the first time?
Great take.
I actually am like how the Switch design overall being able to just do that.
I don't know why I zoned out what you just said, Nick. So I apologize. That's a
fine.
me thing, definitely.
The Switch overall design. I like it. It's nice to be able to just play these big games now and just go clook clook. Now I just wish that the Joy-Cons were better, but in terms of just doing stuff like that, it's really good because it is technically the handheld game for Nintendo at this point.
So how did I feel? Going into this question, how did I feel? So it's hard for me to remember because I looked at this game as this is a console game, even though I have the ability to play it in handheld.
Yeah,
so a very long time
On the Wii U. Sorry about
TV.
that.
You're getting so beaten up, but yeah, I for a long time I didn't really encounter that kind of wow, I can play it just on my hand in this kind of quality because I was just very TV docked, Nintendo docked. I can't get it. I was docked. I just was mostly playing it undocked. And I don't think I even played too much of Breath of the Wild handheld. But I can definitely imagine for sure that that moment hitting you and be like, whoa, I'm playing a console Zelda game in my hand. That is, I can appreciate that feeling. That's sick.
Yeah, I think I do understand the whole, like, because I feel like even though I can play handheld, there's just some games I want to play on my TV because of just how big they are, and it's just, I feel like putting it in a handheld doesn't do it justice, but it is very convenient.
Yeah, especially with me who plays like RPGs, it's really nice to just be able to not have to sit on my chair all day to be able to play it, and I could just take out the Switch and just
take it
play
to your bed
handheld. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like you never notice how great that actually is until you play like particular games that you have, like, you want to do something and you can like take it to work and stuff when you're on break and you just play it, and it's just it's nice. Obviously I don't know over here because there are jerks over here, but I do still like the concept in general.
Well, even if you're in your own house, it's just like, for example, I can say I am very, very handheld centric when I play Splatoon because I can play.
Really?
Yeah, I do it 95% of the time.
Wait, you play handheld?
95%
I tried it
of
once,
the
I
time.
can't.
Wow, that's actually, and you still kick ass. Damn,
I've done it from Splatoon to
Damn, that is actually pretty fucking impressive. Not gonna lie.
But what's funny is that I did do it on the TV maybe 2 weeks max ago, and it was weird because
Hmm.
because
You're so
and
used
this
to
is
like
why it,
moving the whole console, right?
yeah, it's just it's especially when I'm using gyro, so I know exactly how it feels, especially with the amount of hours that I put in. For context in chat, I put in about 800 hours in Splatoon 2, and I'm like 450 in Splatoon 3, and yeah, the vast majority I'm doing in handheld, and I it just works for me. But I can't get used to doing it on Pro Controller. But I know that's because what Joey said is just because I'm so used to doing in handheld. Just as much as that would feel foreign to you doing the opposite because you are both console, docked approach.
Yeah.
Well,
My
I
steering
could-
is
like,
I don't
with-
mind
like,
playing
with
handheld.
me,
It's more so
like,
I don't want to touch the Joy-Con stick.
Yeah, like
But
with
I don't
me,
like
I
playing
really
with
like.
the D-pad on handheld.
Yeah, like
Fair.
I really
Completely fair.
truly wish the Joy-Cons weren't the way how they were, and I wish that they were fine and stuff because
You
there
mean,
are.
but you're talking about the drifting, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I
drifting,
really
yeah,
yeah,
wish
yeah.
that
Okay.
it did not drift so easily because personally, I would love to be able to play like the RPG games on handheld and not always on the TV all the time because I do personally like to be able to switch between the two, but I can't because the Joy-Cons I have sadly drift so badly that they either don't move or they just end up going in the wrong direction, and I'm just like, okay, I can't do this. And I can't play with the Pro Controller either because the positioning that I'm playing on, it just feels awkward.
If I can make a quick plug real quick on something I got over like the last couple years is the Split Pad Pro. It's basically for handheld only. It's kind of because they attach to the console like Joy-Cons, but it's basically like having Pro Controller feels with on the Switch itself, which it does feel a little bulky at first, but it is something you can get used to.
I think I know. I can visualize, and I believe I know what you're talking about. That it looks like someone got a Joy-Con, cut it in half, and is connected to the side of.
Pro
Yeah.
Controller.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Pro
I
Controller,
think
excuse
I
me.
do. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's mostly
That's cool.
That's actually something I wanted to go into because I didn't quite get to answer the last question or so.
Oh, good.
No worries, Joy.
It's that when I got my Switch, it was basically like right when I was in the middle of college, and having that, being able to take the Switch with me on the go was a lifesaver. Because
Nice.
it's like, oh my gosh, now I can lab combos on the go. And then I came to a realization, oh my god, Joy-Cons are terrible for fighting me.
Sure. I
Yeah,
I love that you said lifesaver. It's like, what do I need? I need
have to-
water. I need food. I need Switch on the go.
Look. He also said lifesaver. It's obligated.
you need to-
Lifesaver has to be played.
Yeah, but no, that's when I did end up getting those later on, and like it is basically it's good. It's not exactly good for like taking it outside, like, or if you're going out to the city with you, but it's
No.
I think it's really good for like when you take the system to your bed and you just want to relax.
How much is
That's
it?
what.
Let me check.
That's why going back to what I was saying to you, Nick. Like, even though you don't go out, it's just even that you don't have to be fixed in your room or any location that you would typically play the console. That you could be like, I'll go on the couch, or I will play when I have a pee in the bathroom. Whatever. Just like you have that flexibility.
Yeah.
Come on, guys! No one judge what I just said. We've all played flipping the Switch when we've been on the potty. Don't you be sounding like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, you sick fuck.
Yeah, Nick. It depends on where you get it from, but basically from what a lot of the prices I'm seeing, it ranges from like $30 to $50.
That's not too
Depending
bad. I thought it'd be like 100, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's like it like because it is like I think it's that price because it is limited to playing only in handheld mode. But when you do play in handheld mode, it's really nice.
Okay.
Nice, Sheena. I know that just happened like a few seconds ago, but I just saw your Pogger's
Core?
3-pointer when you got that Korok with the
Yeah.
ice.
Kobe.
Okay, that was a missed opportunity. How dare you, Sheena? Why didn't you say Kobe?
Yeah, why didn't you
Gotta
say
say
Kobe,
Kobe.
Sheena? Jeez.
I'm not familiar with sports.
It's okay. Now you do. If you don't do it again, we're banning you.
It's okay. We'll
Oh,
show you
well,
a few Michael Jackson video. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jackson
Michael Jordan.
video. Man, you guys remember when Michael Jackson was in the NBA?
No, I've got him back. There's we can go back to Sonic 3. So the song that you hear in Carnival Night Zone, that's from Michael Jackson's Jam. If you want to see the Michael Jackson Jam music video, Michael Jordan is in the music video and they play basketball. So I got you, Joey. Kiss, kiss.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Thanks.
that's
Greg.
it.
I knew
You're
you'd
very
get it.
welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah. I can't wait to beat you up. Yeah.
Just because I helped you out doesn't mean I can't kick your ass still.
Broccoli Man.
I'm gonna get my butt kicked if you want. Next
Yeah,
month,
you are.
actually.
I know that's your introduction when you come to NWE. NWE, yeah.
And we?
Yeah.
Was that the first working title name for the Switch?
Yes.
The NWE.
NWE. But no, I can't wait for once May is over, and then we got June, and then we're just gonna pog, and then I got October, and then I'm just gonna be like, yo, I'm
naive soul. You need to get to October first. Meaning that I'm gonna beat you up in June.
Oh,
Meaning
okay.
meaning October might not be in your horizon. Meaning
It will be. You'll forget.
I'm going to be killed.
Also, what the hell were you guys on like during the last week? It's because I was not paying attention to anything off of Twitter because I was actually off of the site. So then when I come back, once Sheena returned from her little I'm about to get shot. I'm about to get shot.
That's for asking that dumb question. We're coming to you in spirit. That's what's happening.
Oh my god, I keep going in directions. I don't know where I'm going.
Context in chat and YouTube. Me and Joey tagged Nick on a bunch of things. And of course he was not on Twitter. So when he got tagged for a lot of things, he got very confused. But it's okay, he's now dead in game.
Yeah, I actually died first
let me post this. Said reply.
Yeah, because I was so confused. And what the hell is that weird melty thing? What is that?
What melty thing?
Melty thing?
There's like a response in that Twitter thing where it's like some weird melty guy. What is that?
Oh, I think that was like me beating up Joey and he's just going to be a puddle or something. That's at least how I interpret it.
Oh, where'd you get that from? What anime is that?
It looked like an anime.
That image was from a webcomic I was reading.
Oh, webcomic. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Random.
Time for the next question. What did you feel about these guys? Is that regarding
the Guardians?
The Guardians.
Yeah.
At first terrifying, but once
very
I found out about the
terrifying.
joke bashing, then I was like,
Well, very
you guys are
fitting.
nothing.
I hope TikTok has something that actually does the same thing, that has the same energy as those guys, because I would love to. I want, like, because like you guys said, like, it terrifies first, but then once you realize you can just parry them and beat them so easily, they're no longer terrifying. I want another thing that's terrifying, but it stays terrifying, so that it's not like easy.
Okay.
So it's because I don't want the terrifying factor to disappear. I want something that would be like, okay, this thing I cannot mess with. If it touches me, I'm dead. So
what are the
I'm
Emmy?
hoping for that.
What are the Emmy doing here?
Oh, what? Yeah. You got a good point, Joey. Because like I actually do
that's
like
really cool.
how effective the Emmys were in Dread, because it felt so impactfully fearing when you die all the time.
It's part of the experience.
One shot you.
I love that. I really do literally love that. And then I also love the comeuppance where you kind of, do the coup de grace on it and like, yeah, you can't scare me anymore, bitch, because I'm
So what you're saying is you want a sky island that moves around, but it holds a gun. That you can't beat it up, but it's terrifying. You need to hide. I like your thinking, Nick. Let's go. I can't wait to piss my pants next week.
I was like, well, that's a... I don't know, it's kind of out of place.
How are you gonna beat it, Nick? How are you gonna beat it? I figured it out. We need a sky island, and he needs to hold a gun. But it's out of range. Oh, okay. okay, less of a Sky Island with a gun. Imagine that's
Why is it-
imagine to make it more like a little bit more in the theme and less being like why is there a gun in this game? Being that imagine that the dragon that you see flying around, it's not a happy dragon.
So
But
like
you
the
can't
one,
attack
so
from
like
distance.
the Nehru dragon that's corrupted.
Yes, but instead of crying and just going in circles, it's like I'm crying because I want to end you.
I wouldn't mind that. I want I want something to be threatening
I don't
in the
know.
sky. Just
Something
don't-
something big and threatening that'll
Yeah,
like
like
come
that-
at you without warning.
Like
Yeah.
both on land, like both. I want like a too terrifying type monster to be on ground and in the sky. Cause like I don't want to be like oh I'm safe. What's up?
Lionel, but with wings.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
No.
Pegasus Lionel.
I was thinking
no,
Oh,
Pegasus.
actually, wait. No, that
Hercules.
works. That actually
God.
Lionel
works.
Could
with
you-
wings.
Could you imagine winged Lionel and then it just plays the chord from the squid?
It's like
It just turns and has its own text and everything. Lionel
with wings.
And
Like
it's
a
the
small
only enemy in the
text.
game that gets that treatment.
Like it's like it says like Lionel in big text, and it's just like with wings and little text. I was like, what?
Oh. I can see the sponsor right now. It's going to definitely be sponsored by Red Bull. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Red Bull gives you wings. It also gives
Yeah,
you death.
no, that sponsor is in the bottom right when the enemy pops up.
Damn.
I mean,
But,
I can't wait for the game.
I know,
Oh,
I'm-
a jetpack.
Quick tangent though, Rob, you mentioned that you mentioned something about like
The Sky Island with a gun.
Yeah, the
Is
gun.
that-
Guns
I can
aren't
imagine a
out-
big cannon.
Guns aren't out of the question because motorcycles exist.
Dude, okay. This is when people can at me and be like, "You're fucking wrong." I don't like the motorcycle. I hate it so much.
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of like it's
It is
interesting to
kinda janky.
have, and to be honest, out of
And you get
all
in the
the,
last part,
yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
out
no,
of
no,
all
no,
the
no, no, no.
divine beast, it's kind of trash.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I know why they did it. It's just like it's more of those things where it's just like I'm not too invested, so I'm not too. I'm just like okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, for
Well,
YouTube, Joseph
yeah,
has been timed out for his aggression towards me. Yeah, it was just that I am seeing a contemporary vehicle. I know it looks like they put it with the design that it's from this
Yeah.
world, but
I'm
just
Sorry.
I think Joe.
He was loud.
I think no, I think it's because I timed him out. I think the Twitch police is entered this house. It's like, what did you do again, Joseph? So no, I'm okay. It's just a joke. He's my friend. I'm like, for now, but yeah,
Yeah, I forgot to mute and oops. when I
It's
yelled
fine.
out.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's
You didn't say
fine.
anything. You
You
didn't send.
say anything. Yeah.
You didn't threaten me. It's okay. You're safe for now. It's all good. But yeah, that was just my. It wasn't that the bike was so late in the game. It really is that the bike existed.
Yeah, the
I mean, yeah, it feels out of place.
Like, come
Because
on, like, let's be real here. Rivali gets a bird, Urbosa gets a camel, friggin' Amifa gets
But
an
that's
elephant.
fantasy.
It's like
It's
yeah, but
fantasy
you
and
get a
it's
motorcycle.
animals.
Yeah, you get a
And then
motorcycle.
I'm seeing something that I'm like, what? Why have I got this Toyota motorcycle in front of me? Bro, I'm playing a video game.
But also at the same time, you kind of do have like a tablet that has a camera function on it.
Yeah, but that's funny. And also because the Sheikas exist and they're weird, it makes no sense. Nintendo, explain the Sheikas better, please.
I can see your argument there, and that's a valid call. I suppose I looked at it as this kind of, again, fantasy-driven. Here's this ancient thing that later on they installed an iPhone camera on. I don't know, but I just didn't think about it, so I was safe with not being upset with the tablet.
But that
But,
horse motorcycle though.
yeah, I was.
Posture check
Yep.
and stretch.
Stretch.
Oh my god. Ooh, Pogarino.
Yep, I cracked my shoulder again.
Good. That means
Do you know
you
what-
successfully did it. What's up?
Do you know what was another cool little memory I have of this game? Was going up It probably would have been the first one, but even though it kind of carried over for nearly all of them. Going up my first tower, it was just some kind of like cool, like this slow climb, and you got the different music as you ascend it, and you know it's going to open up the map, and you'd be like, okay. And the great thing about the map is that even though it's open up to you, you still don't know what things are. You just have a reference point for the future.
My favorite one was going through this tower and realizing there's like a bunch of guardians that shoot you, and it was very interesting to bypass all of them.
Yeah,
Didn't you like go through that while there was a blood moon happening?
Yep, and didn't know what was going on.
I did remember that.
I think that was my last one, admittedly. I know my second of no. Well, the first one's always going to be on the plateau, but my first one was when I got distracted and ended up going south towards Lake Hylia. Went past there, and then going up that tower. For that to be my first tower was a cool experience because there's already a little element of challenge applied because it's partially wrapped by spiky vines, I believe. And I think even before you even get to the tower, you had all these enemies around this kind of like small hill. It was not really a small hill. It wasn't small, it was just a hill. So it was this kind of like Metal Gear Solid, cool, stealthy. I don't want to fight them because I've just learned not too long ago that these enemies are a little bit stronger. And that I screamed when I fought my first Lizalfos because I wasn't anticipating their speed, but it made me laugh afterwards. But I was super stealthy and all this. And when I got to the top of that tower, I was just like, the euphoria of the success of achieving it was really satisfying. But yeah.
So we talked about Stamina Scour Store, but do y'all like it, hate it, or do you want magic meters back in Tears of the Kingdom? I would like to see magic again.
I think you keep both. I like the stamina because Link needs a running speed because Link in all the other games without it feels really slow. Having the stamina, I was really grateful to play Skyward Sword to be able to actually be able to run. Because some Links are fast and some Links are slow, but having the stamina is a very good thing to have Link be able to do. Magic, see, the thing is, they have rods here that already do the magic stuff already, so they can probably just use that as a basis, but I don't know if I would want magic to come back.
There was a really good compromise, I think, in Link Between Worlds, that I remember, like, I guess it was like the magic meter, but it like slowly replenishes over time.
Oh, is it the item that you use?
Yeah, the items had magic meter.
Yeah, they had like some sort of like quote unquote stamina meter for them.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good compromise. I haven't played it. It's mostly just off of what I remember, like seeing, hearing from friends, because I've only beaten 3 Zelda games.
What are the 3 Zelda games? And please tell me Link Crossroads Trading is not one of them.
I hate to tell you, Nick, but Link's Crossroads Trading is one of them.
Damn, how far are you catching me, dude? Jeez, calm your nerves.
But it's Hyrule Warriors and Hyrule Warriors 3DS.
Alright, so it's just confirmed that Joey does not like traditional Zelda games.
It's not that I don't like, but it's mostly just I mostly either don't have the attention span or don't have the brain power because I have a terrible sense of direction.
That's fair.
You're like Nick.
Yeah.
No, man, my terrible sense of direction is just that I'm just dumb.
I'm also dumb. You've seen what I've done. But no, it's mostly just like I get lost in dungeons all the time despite having a map, and I feel like that's why I enjoyed a lot of like what I did play Breath of the Wild, because I really could just do whatever I wanted. And like I was like, I don't have a stopgame. I can just keep I can keep running around. It's an open sandbox.
That's what I like.
I do have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Does that count as a Zelda game?
Yes, it's Zelda Drift, but just with one character, and everyone else was invited to the party.
Keep throwing you down them stairs even more.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree, Sheena. That was my idea. How dare you steal my idea?
Wow. I didn't know that you copyrighted the throwing Joey down the stairs.
It's just gonna be a slapstick montage of me like getting hit and like flattened.
You shall record it and send it to TikTok.
You have a TikTok?
You sent it to Tears of the Kingdom. What?
Yes, I'm gonna send it.
Oh, weird.
Do you think Zelda could work in a cyberpunk setting? Yeah, I think it could.
I would like to see it. In some,
It'd be
not
really
exactly
interesting,
cyberpunk.
like-
I would like to see steampunk.
Like basically a more like technological like powered like Zelda that actually can't have a motorcycle.
Yeah, I might give it a pass this time.
Yeah.
Because at least it makes sense there.
Wasn't that part in one of like the concept arts for this game or something like that?
Yes, it was. Like Link was supposed to have like some guitar at some point.
Something like that.
That would have been
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, I need to beat Cryptid the Necrodancer. That's a
Yes,
Zelda game.
That is true.
You know, being in the
It is
game.
indeed.
She likes
There's a free trial of the Zelda one.
Yeah. My sister already has the game, and actually, my uncle gave me a physical copy of the game, so I just need to play it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Also, did you know you can stop
What are you
those
doing here,
seeds
Joey?
from-
Play it. Play it right now.
You know you
Alright,
can
let
stop
me grab my
those
Switch.
seeds from moving, so that
Yes,
way you can be
I'm-
able to easily get it. And for some reason, it mind blown both Sheena and Experiment, and it was funny to me.
And the chat too.
Sorry, say that again, Nick?
You know
missed
those
that.
seeds that kind of sometimes one of the puzzles for the Koroks is like the seeds being thrown and stuff. Yeah, you can stasis those so you can actually get a better shot at those.
Oh, gotcha. Mhm.
Yeah.
Flip, actually, you know what? Link should wear that, like, cargo shorts and a Hyrule symbol green t-shirt.
Too contemporary for me. Just like, honestly, Joey, I thought you were about to go in an angle. It's like, yeah, he should wear shorts and sandals all the
He
time.
should do that, too.
All the time. It's like, okay, Joey, that's just making your OC Link.
Whoa, wait. Nick, this game has Toy-Con VR goggles functionality? We should
Yeah,
change this really quickly.
they implemented that, and no,
Come on,
I don't
get
have that.
the face cam,
What? No, I'm not playing this game in VR. Are you mad?
Link's motorbike doubles as a chainsaw. What?
Yo, that would have been badass. Where it's just transformed into a chainsaw and you just cut the Guardians in half. It's like, yo, is Link an anime protag?
Dude,
Right.
having, like, I know it's not the point of the series, but having a more, like, combat-oriented, like more, like, movement flexible Link would be really cool to see.
You're talking about Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
You can do that there.
I was talking Devil May Cry.
Oh, I mean, that would be interesting to have.
Interesting,
a
but, like,
Zelda.
I know it's, like, it's, like, very much out of left field, but also, I have my biases.
I mean, it could work. Like, it could work. It's not like because they have showcased that they could technically end up making a decent combat system if they actually put effort into it.
Nick, I just realized something. Where you're
What?
walking right now is like near the end of the second trailer. This is the kind of backdrop. You need to be a bit close to the Twin Peaks, but you're kind of like when the text gets revealed again,
Oh,
and
really?
you see it. I feel like you're on that you're on that part of Hyrule Field.
Oh, does that mean I win?
No, I just was thinking about the trailer, man.
Oh, okay. So does that mean I win?
I just want the game, man. Just give me it.
This field is a Genshin Impact reference, actually.
Jesus Christ.
This, actually, the field is a reference to where you're going to be buried after I flipping beat you up.
We all love each other here.
Now everyone knows the location. I look forward to the guys turning up to the funeral. You know what they say? You can't spell funeral without the word fun.
Fun. Yep.
Whoever invented that line, I was just like, what is wrong with you?
God, I feel like every time you make a joke like I'm gonna get beat up, is like I can hear the laugh track.
Oh, that's the sound we should have.
Laugh
Perfect.
track.
Yep.
Oh,
I was gonna just put the Seinfeld theme, but forget it.
Oh god, with the bass, please. Yeah.
Wait, I forgot I was in a call. Ow!
God damn it.
God.
Don't abuse that too much.
I know. Sorry, I just realized after you said I should add that.
Gina's just further in the game, and I'm just like,
I'm already in
What am I-
Kakariko,
what
and
am
I
I
talked
doing?
to
what am I doing?
I talked to the lady that says I am
Yes,
much
I'm
older now.
I'm just gonna beat up Ganon. I'm just going, where the fuck am I going?
You're kind of. I feel like you're remotely near a memory, but you can't do it.
You
Obviously.
can't activate it right now.
So
Yeah.
lost.
Well, it all depends. You make a decision. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. That's the problem with Tears of the Kingdom. I'm gonna be like, where do I?
You're gonna be distracted.
You're gonna be like, where do I go? Left, right. Now it's gonna be left, right, up. Oh no! I've got another direction.
Cyber asked another question.
Go for it.
About can Zelda work as a first-person action adventure RPG?
I
don't know about that one. Like,
Okay, the only reason why I say that it can half work is mainly because my chicken ass would be too scared of Sculptureless. That's it.
it feels too removed, I guess, from what we've seen. I mean, Hyrule Warriors was way different, but also it was still. I don't know how to answer this with this one. It's just like, I don't know.
Trying to think of some Moape's question. I wonder, Breath of the Wild takes a lot from Zelda 1. I wonder if Tears of the Ding Dong will take from Zelda 2.
Lives are back, baby. Bottomless pit.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to think. What was it? Zelda 2, what do they have?
They had
specifically?
okay, so
Magic Bar.
they do have the little thing. So I feel that it might make a reference. I'm not gonna say what, but it might make a reference to Zelda 2.
When you go to each dungeon in Zelda 2, what are you collecting at the end?
You're not collecting them. You're putting them back in their pedestals. You're putting the little gems that you got from Impa to be able to gain access to the Great Palace. So if if they want, I don't know. What the fuck? Rude, I am not. Hey, don't run away from me.
They could bring back the from Zelda 2. They could bring back the fairy spell, where Link transforms into a fairy and flies in the sky.
He'll have his own little I couldn't even finish the sentence. I was just caught in mystery, just visualizing it. I'm just like in wonder, being like, he's flying around with his little wings and got a little skirt. It's just It'd be basically when he gets to go to the Gerudo desert and has to dress as a lady, and now he's dressed as a fairy.
He's just like me for real.
It's like a little pixie. That's how he flies to the next Sky Island. Jokes. Make it more RPG focused with stats. I don't think that would be stats.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Maybe I don't know, but I wouldn't think that'd be stats.
Not the stats
I feel
thing for the
only stats would be depending on when you're fusing stuff, and then that's the closest of stat of like, okay, things get stronger because of this.
Like theoretically, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are technically RPGs because of the numbers for the weapons and defense and stuff. So.
Every game is an RPG because you're taking the role of everything.
That is true. You are absolutely right.
I know, that's why I said it, you idiot. And
I think you're absolutely right. Damn.
Actually,
He's complimenting you, Rob.
Tetris 99 is not an RPG.
Little do you know, I am very engrossed, and I am that Tetris piece.
Okay.
Got him. So he got no ass. So.
They say he got no ass. It's like, damn.
Oh.
I'll check. I've got next month. I'll check.
Yeah, but
Joey's just like sweating profusely. He's like, I preferred it when you were gonna kill me. Don't check my butt,
So
please.
you guys are comparing us when you guys meet, right?
No, we're not doing that again as we did last year. Hell no. Well, not last year.
Last year.
That was so stupid.
Actually, but going back to the whole Zelda 2 thing, I honestly wouldn't mind like just like another spin-off game that sort of was in, obviously like more polished, but like sort of in the I guess the 2D side scroller of Zelda 2.
Yeah.
We kind of delved in that little subject regarding if there was a remake. But sorry, please continue, Joey.
It's like on its own, like I think Zelda 2's like style of like fighting enemies was really interesting with like trying to decide how to attack them, like by either crouching or like doing jump stabs, up stabs, like or stuff like that.
Yeah,
For sure.
and me playing it like multiple times made me appreciate it more too, because like at first I thought it was like, oh man, these enemies are like fucking annoying to beat, but no, the iron knuckles are not that bad if you do the jump crouch stab. Obviously you're not gonna know that in your first playthrough, but no, the only issue I have with Zelda 2 is I don't like when you die, you get a game over, you get sent back all the way to Zelda. But they do have ways of creating shortcuts.
I was going to say, yeah, but what about the laugh? The laugh is all part of the game. It's so
No, I
cool.
don't want
It's a
the
cool
laugh.
sprite.
The laugh is stupid. And unfortunately, there are some enemies that are annoying. The Great Palace has some of the most annoying enemies to ever fight, because I don't know how the hell you're supposed to fight those bird knights. Those bird knights are trash.
Yeah. You should try fighting the Thunderbird without the Thunder spell.
You should try tasting my fists without dodging. See, that's
It's weird when I can't get used to it. That didn't come out of my mouth. So is that how I sound when I say it all the time? Huh. That's an interesting perspective I'm getting right now. That sounds kind of harsh. Damn. Huh.
I mean, it is.
But it's like mostly a lot of the problems I have with Zelda 2 are basically just stems back to it's a late 80s NES game too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the jumps hasn't aged at all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The jumps are like, it's like your jumps are kind of similar to Simon Belmont. You better be committed or else you're dead. And the knockback, the knockback.
The knockback, bottomless pits.
Oh, the bottomless
Classic
instant.
NES.
God.
I'm just now thinking about Castlevania now. With that
Yeah,
knockback.
and there's a lot of that in most of the palaces, because it's like you either hope that the enemy doesn't spawn on the right side where they can just go poof, and then you just die. And like, I wish the shield spell disabled knockback rather than just, cutting your damage in half, but it doesn't do that, which no, they should have done that, but they
They
Point
were
is,
still
Zelda
trying to
2
figure
needs
out
to be
video games back then, I think.
I mean, after Zelda 2, they literally end up creating Link to the Past, so
Yeah, so
Yep.
I'd say they learned their lesson.
I'm reflecting on like if you had a side game that had Beedle, and it's some kind of like business game
Tingle.
where it's no Beedle, and but you make it like adorable. That the reason why he's like selling stuff or and buying stuff is like he's trying to get money to like. You find out that he's got like a wholesome family back home, which everyone looks the same as him, and you're just trying to provide for your family. But it just sounds so wholesome on one line. So I'm like, no, it's okay.
You're so sorry. Because I'm thinking of, I don't know what it is, but there's something that's just like that, and it fucks with me.
It's just Beetle, probably it's a wig, but that's how his wife looks, and his kids look exactly the same
And they
faces.
all sound the same.
Yeah. Ow! Just different pictures. They're just like, I'd love it. I think that'd be amazing. And the whole point of the game is just you're just trying to provide for your family.
I mean, I would. Well, the reason
business.
why I said Tingle is because it would be interesting to have both Tingle and Beetle, since they both basically do like the same similar thing. It's just that
Tingle
Tingle
would be your rival. Tingle would be your just that other company that's also doing the same thing as you, and you're just competing with them, and they're
Tingle
trying to
just has
screw
an
you
actual
over.
personality. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you have an actual personality? Hold up, you can't have
Meanwhile,
that.
And then you've got like this mini game thing where you find this like store where the guy who says sploosh all the time in Wind Waker, but he's got other mini games, and I don't know, he's like selling board games and all different kinds of that kind of games about, and he's just
Man,
engrossed in that.
We're just creating a video game.
Yes, we are.
Oh, I would love it.
Nintendo, hire us.
Yeah, creating games easy.
Oh, dude,
we're
when,
no,
when
right?
when those arguments and debates kind of go into being like, you make it think you like people come off with the tone that games are easy. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen to you anymore now. You just think it's
They expect that it's like, you just throw it in the game machine.
yeah.
Washing machine and boom,
I'm
you got
so
video.
concerned about the release of Tears of the Kingdom. They just used the engine of Breath of the Wild. Why did it take so long? It's like, why are you thinking so pessimistically and thinking it's so simple as just like, we've got a canvas, and now I go, oh look, that's on top of the canvas. New game. But why did it take you so long? Like,
Because they're
we
trying to
don't
make the
know.
game be good, and maybe you don't know what's going on in the development process.
One little thing. So you got fusing. You have to test everything.
Yeah.
You've
Yep.
got ascension. You have to test everything that you don't break the game. You're probably going to find that there is, but it's going to be so minute in comparison to when they probably first invented it and be like, okay. That's why I liked that he said it works for certain areas. So there's definitely going to be like some ceilings where it's like, no, he can't go through this because maybe magic doesn't allow him. It repels him from doing that. Oh,
The fact
And
that
people-
like both fusing and ascension are both in this game, and they're it's just that's a lot like by itself.
yeah.
Horse, stop! Jesus! My
Like,
left stick doesn't
okay,
work. My
we-
horse wasn't stopping. My
okay.
God.
Ultra hand, you confuse things. Like they must be like, oh no, how can we reduce? But we're not going to be able to reduce because society isn't saying that all their vehicles are going to look like penises. Oh shit, what are we going to do? You know, like it's like we just have. But it's a cool idea. I guess we just have to do that one. But let's cover their ascension and fusing isn't going to be a broken mess. So that alone in my mind feels like that. It probably takes nearly as long as it took them, like a year or two. I can't remember how long it was when they shared to just make the engine of Breath of the Wild to incorporate something like that. It's like,
I wish that. Okay, this is just me. Like, I mean, it's whatever. But I wish that.
that better be you. You don't talk
developers-
for me, you little.
Yeah, I know you don't. But I just wish developers could just take the time that they need, so that way they don't have to just release the stuff.
But the
like-
thing is, Oh, okay. Maybe you're saying something else. I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah,
were
just-
implying like as if they felt pressured by us.
No,
Whereas, like, no, you should never think.
It's just more so they just have to meet a deadline.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
always have to meet a deadline, which I wish obviously doesn't exist, but it obviously sadly does for a lot of companies.
Deadlines are healthy so long as you don't make it that you're pushing a development of anything really where it is at risk of loss of quality or loss of chances of an idea being executed because now you're limited to an extra period amount of time that's you can now not do it and go.
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm just finding a lot of you can find a lot of fairies in the grass, huh?
Yeah, I mean, randomly for cutting.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to find fairies, I'm trying to find rubies.
Oh, have fun with that.
That one thing he says, like, this is me. Maybe not all developers are asshole. You're right. There are still some asshole developers out there, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
still is. Like, that's inevitable, unfortunately. And it
It's-
sucks too, because like
It's more so that there's just assholes out there, and there will be in any field, in anything, and
there's nothing
yeah,
you can
in
do about it.
anything. So unfortunately, that's what it happens, and that's what it is. But hey, it's okay. We've got one of them in prison. But thank you for Sonic, Yuji. It was
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
Yeah, if I
that's
had
what
to-
we were
if I had to-
talking about.
Yeah,
If I
that's
had to
taboo
notice every
game.
time Yuji Naka was indicted, I'd have 10 cents, which isn't that much, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah,
It's
right.
actually amazing that it happened twice. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, Beto, where you at?
So, is it Yuji Naka 2 or Yuji Naka CD?
Nuji. Who the hell is Nuji?
Nugi.
Nuji Naka.
Yugi. Yugi Naka. Show me your deck, please. Oh god.
Naka, I don't think we're getting out of this one.
It's time to commit crimes.
Crimes. Crimes.
No.
Yuji boy!
It's
A
time
faint
to.
Scooby Doo laugh in the background. God.
Alright, so Beetle is not
You-
here, and I'm sad now, so.
Yuji Doo.
Oh, you just missed Beetle.
I miss Beetle
Yuji
because I
do.
want to sell him my bugs.
Oh god.
Oh, well.
Well, he doesn't really give you money. He just gives you another item in return for the beetles.
No, well, I just wanted to sell him stuff so I can actually put the horse in the stable because like I have a horse now. It's not gangsta, but it's just it's okay at best.
Well, I say don't go into Shrine because I had a horse, and when I went to the shrine, it's gone.
Well, thanks for telling me so damn late, Sheena.
You
Sheena.
literally entered the shrine.
I just
Horse.
entered the damn thing, so my horse is gone. Great.
Rip.
Ripperinos. Now I gotta go get it.
It's okay. It'd be someone's dinner. Someone's having a
I'll
good
get the
time.
white-
But
I'll
yeah,
get the
to
white
conclude,
ones.
something that Mwape said, yeah, crunch time sucks, and then when you have experience of just like, okay, let me try this whole thing. In your case, trying to create a game, and then realizing all the elements that come to it, it's perspective, right? You learn from it, and you realize, it isn't as easy as it is, and that's not wrong in not realizing that wasn't the case before. It's just when it irks me when I like to believe when a person is making a quite articulate comment about, a game shouldn't take this long. I'm obviously simplifying this comment, but so you're kind of like you're with it, thinking like, all this duration. Oh, things could have been quicker. Or here's these comparison of these other games that took quicker. It's like cool. But do you realize every project of anything can take however long it may need to take? We don't know how. Like, for example, are they going to say that, okay, so we had an idea that we invested time on, and the amount of time we ended up investing was about like 18 months, and we had to drop it because we realized it wasn't practical. But we don't see that. So you just think, why did it take so long? Obviously, I'm just talking out of my butt. I haven't got an actual example that actually has been the case, but that can sincerely exist, where you have an idea, you dedicate some time to think if this can be feasible and practical, but if you find it's not fun or it's tedious or it's just not, you can't develop it well enough, you have to drop it. How many times I can spin this to how they had the idea in Wind Waker to try to make it feel big and grand, but they are caught up with limitations. Is that to say that they just were like, we can only go so far? They probably tried and put amount of time to do it and realized, okay, we're learning something here. We can't achieve our ambition, so it has to be scaled down, but maybe we'll use it in the future or what have you. It happens.
Also, my horse
Also, you
stayed.
found your. Oh yeah, I see it.
Yay, I'm lucky. Also, I see
Oh, okay.
Beetle. Beetle!
Yeah, back to the game. What's this?
Crunch
Crunch time can be good sometimes. I do enjoy a bowl of crunch berries in the morning sometimes. But Captain Crunch is pretty good.
Joseph.
Hell are you talking about?
Crunch? Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch.
Oh.
What he's talking about,
Hey, you
Nick,
just
is
keep
another
it-
reason why to hit
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you just extended your beatdown, dude.
Yeah, and very true, Mark. Right, like that, bringing up Prime 4. Prime 4 is probably the most publicly one that we know of recent times, where
Oh, dang it, water.
we are aware that they had to start from the beginning. But imagine if we didn't know that, and people would be like, "Why is it taking so long?" And you let the imagination of people's thoughts, and understandably so, be like, well, what's going on? Is something broken? But they had to communicate that. They chose to. And yeah, but it can happen. So there you go.
Yeah, of course. Like Moape like says, are you happy that more and more people are aware of crunch culture and calling it out? Yeah, because that's not healthy. Like that's not thing like people should have to go through on. Because like that was like a whole thing with like AAA games, like a lot of AAA games from like the last few years. Like a lot of them had to like sit through like so like I had like really inhuman like working conditions, and
Wasn't like Red Dead Redemption 2 one of them?
yes, it was Red Dead Redemption, and like the main problem is that like I feel like gamers have a lot of people have like very much. It's not ADHD brain, but like very much a small attention span when it comes to it, because like it'll happen for a little bit, but nothing will actually change as a result right now. Because I don't think because a lot of people are just like, ooh, tiny game.
Yeah,
just,
for sure. And they're not in the wrong for that, because in the end, we're just a consumer, and we are just there for the product. So these kind of things is our choice to get engrossed in in the industry, or just things like even trailers, even to that way, and just how things are going, or will we hear anything in a direct? Some people will just be content to be like, "Yo, I'm gonna see what's going on. What are they sharing? Oh, cool, that game's coming out, sweet." And then they'll forget about it until marketing reminds them, and if they are available to play it, then they'll play it. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that.
Like that's how that's kind of what's been like happening with me of late, is that if like I see like if I see it in a direct, I'm like, okay, well that's cool. I'm glad that, you know, it's still being developed. And like at this point, it's kind of how I feel with Silk Song. Is like obviously I don't see when it's coming out or when it's supposed to be coming out, but I know that it's still like I know it's still there. It's still in existence. It's not completely canceled until, you know, the developers say otherwise. And when it comes out, I'll be like, oh, cool. I can finally go ahead and play this game. What are you saying?
It's not completely cancelled, yes, because right now it's partially cancelled, but I know what you're trying to say. I get what you mean, Doug.
But it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, I can just wait for stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's... Silksong, who knows if we'll ever know if that could be an example of ideas that they had to pause and then start and had to kind of debunk and had to start again, or heck, that could be just a lot of testing comparatively, not comparatively, but alongside that, it's a small team. The team could be bigger by this point from the success of Hollow Knight, and if they decide to do that. But, you know, every time is money, and just time in general of just trying to wheedle through things and make sure that your game isn't broken and not a hack.
All get a different hobby.
No, dude, you say that. That's why when I jest saying, "Yo, man, you need to go outside," I'm not entirely jesting. I say in a sense like we shouldn't be so hyper focused on one thing.
Yeah, like that's kind of why I got into the video stuff now, because it's like, yeah, I'm still playing video games and stuff, but I'm also playing like video games that I've already owned already, and I like to talk about them. So it also distracts me too from whatever is not being released.
Sure, yeah. But even to like a level of like you discover something that also interests you, that is you're not engaging in video games and is not even associated with video games, so you just essentially discover like a new hobby that you find that like, oh wow, I like this, and that could be just enriching because your mind is on something else and you're just as engaged and enjoying it. But I really want to slip in that when Mwape said about like, are you happy that more people are talking about crunch culture? I certainly do support that as well, because if we can talk about it publicly, we can increase the chance, even if it's a small percentage, that we are influencing a change to try and prevent that from happening. It's still going to occur, but they will be at least more aware that the public is aware, and that can influence a margin of their sales, that if they hear that the people behind the production of a game were mistreated, we don't want to support that because that's unethical.
Yep.
So that's why I'd say it is certainly good that we can speak about that stuff and are aware to that knowledge.
If it was like because like if one major, I feel like if we can get like a few major like developers to like basically like also call it out, like that will, I feel like that
in the field itself, yeah, for sure.
Like they'll put pressure on like some of these other developers, like, oh, this is bad, we can't have them looking at us like that.
I feel if I'm trying to think of like what could be on their mind as a concerning repercussion, is that you finish a game, you need to find like what's the next job you're going to work on, and if you're someone who voices these kind of things, is the next company gonna feel like they want to have you if you could be someone that could say, hey, this isn't good, and then they wouldn't want that in their practice? I mean, it's still not good. Like, that shouldn't be a mindset whatsoever. You should speak what you strongly believe in and not have to think about like work politics.
Yeah.
But that's why I sometimes think like maybe more do want to speak, and if you do hear from it, you don't typically hear names. It's often anonymous. Yeah. But it's whoever publishes the news that, yeah, this is what's occurring. The sources know, the people who are publishing it know that the sources are legit. We're not going to say who it is for their safety or for their job career or what have you. You know,
Yeah.
like any kind of form of journalism.
Yeah.
In any field. But yeah.
Can't feel bad for Anon Y Moose. I feel like they've been through a lot.
I don't even know if you're joking. That's
I
right over
don't
my
even
head.
know
You have to give
what
me
that
context, dude.
is.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, no, I was trying to make it's like you mentioned that it was always anonymous. And I was trying to say Anon Y Moose.
The joke was so bad. I was confused.
dude, we're gonna. I mean, I won't do it. I won't have the balls. But I'm just gonna go to Jamie like in June and be like, "Do you guys say it in Canada? Is this how you pronounce anonymous?" And be like, "Get out, please." Some
Like,
English pronunciation.
On that joke early. It's like, oh no, no one's laughing.
No, I just didn't know what you were talking about. But I think it's jokes. Please say it to Stefan. Do you pronounce it like this when you say a boot? And then he cries, and then he just, I don't know. He'll tell me My Hero Academia spoilers, and then I'm like, touche. I'm gonna cry now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cyber did mention whistleblowing can ruin everything. Like.
That's what I mean. It's that fear of politics. What's the consequence that could attack you in the butt?
It shouldn't be like that, but
100%. It shouldn't be, but it's
It's
like being at work and someone's not putting their weight or something is bugging you, but if you say it to someone, is that going to affect... Is it better to shut up and just try to do your best and ignore that bit, or is it morally better to say it? It's so
really
complicated.
I don't know, like,
because you have to watch your back, and that's what makes it complicated.
Yeah, you don't know if they'll like come after you too, because they might end up thinking like, oh, like they might end up figuring out it's you or something, and then you're probably like in danger or whatever. I don't know. It's like I always hate it when jobs kind of give those questions too, because it's like saying like, oh, if somebody's doing this, would you say this? And it's like, I personally, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna share something, but I'm gonna obviously say it very like generalized. So I was in a situation with work, in a different work, pre-pandemic, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where I called out something of someone who also worked in the place of something that they were doing that wasn't right. It wasn't like a crime, but it was something like, what the hell they're doing. So I didn't call them out to them because I didn't need to. I just called it out to a manager. I found days later when I encountered with that person again, they found out that I called them out and I was threatened by them. And you just have to, and you don't know when someone kind of gives that energy that if you make a comment saying now you've been threatened, and if will they find out? Are they a crazy person that they're going to end up trying to find out where you live or next time you're at work? It's a very concerning situation to be in. So it's trying to make a safe decision of where you can morally express something that you think is wrong and that is wrong, and try to make a correction out of it, alongside hoping that there's no repercussions on you. It's scary. It's a shame that it exists, and it makes it a scary complexity because I'm like, I only told that to one person. That was a manager. How did this person know? They must have known from the manager, and that is concerning because that should not have been shared. It could have been spoken to the manager, but it shouldn't have been said who it was. So,
and that's the thing I always tend to fear too, when you like, you tell somebody, and obviously, you're not supposed to say anything, but then, at one point you say something, and it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, you're making me. That makes me think like back when you're in like school, and I remember for the first time being told. I don't know if the expression is said in America, but they say telling tales. And basically it's another way of saying, why are you being a snitch? And you're just like, wait, if I see something wrong, I'm not supposed to make a comment? And then it's like this kind of, it's really conflicting. It's the way to kind of say without really delving too deep into it. But it's just like, what? But they did that, and everyone would know that that's what shouldn't have happened. But you're going to respond in saying that I did something wrong by saying it because this unwritten rule amongst certain people say you're not supposed to say anything. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
Is also the history of Calamity Ganon.
But yeah, anyway, video games, this was kind of heavy. So where's people at? You're getting an Impa
I'm finally
dialogue.
But Sheena is still
I'm-
doing shrines left and right.
I'm on
like
my
she's
way
a
to
goddamn
the next
badass.
tower.
When I saw that clog, I honestly thought that you were in a Divine Beast. I was like, wait a minute.
Whoa, yo, she's in Tears of the Kingdom already.
It
Yes, I'm in
looked-
Bonnebor's, right?
yeah, it looked like one of those kind of.
Yeah, it does look like a design of Divine
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, sorry to tell you that the first like 20 hours of Tears of the Kingdom is just you playing through Breath of the Wild again.
Watch how that's how
I
my
mean, it's
experience is
gonna
going to be. I'm
feel
like, this game is amazing, and it's just like, dude, you're walking through the same places, except the only difference is there's all these floating islands with no Master Emerald keeping them up. It's like, I know, I'm playing Sonic 3, the game I always wanted. Shut up. It's 3D Sonic 3. Leave me
Yes,
alone.
Spider, you're playing Sonic 3 in like Unreal Engine 5.
Hire this man. Oh, God.
nuts. Sheena, when are we stopping? I noticed that we're still going.
Oh, are we? Oh.
She doesn't want to stop. She thinks we're like, what? I thought we were only halfway down.
I mean, I don't mind where to stop. I'm trying to reach the tower that I'm getting to.
She
I don't
has
know about
objectives. The beauty of this game, you just get engrossed and you just want to continue playing.
I'm actually surprised this is going longer than I thought.
I mean, I was surprised too, because I was wondering when are you gonna stop?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Not that I'm complaining, it gives me something to do before Wordle resets, and I can test
I
Sonic
knew you
again.
were going to say it. I was like, is he going to say Wordle? Oh my god, he actually said Wordle. Ooh, I'm incoming message.
We'll wait. I think we'll. You know, this will
No,
be the
you
first
can't.
time we'll just go until
Did
1.
you do the shrine in
Wait.
Kakariko?
I'm about to do it.
And then do that, then.
Oh no, I can still go. It's just that I'm just wondering when are we gonna stop.
I mean, I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind stopping if you
Okay.
want to.
Okay, let's try to break it down. Do you feel like you guys want to stop in like at latest in 20 minutes, or do you feel you want to keep going
30,
for
30,
longer
we'll-
or
we'll-
short?
We'll stop at 12:30. Also, I'm about to
Okay.
ruin this mural of Ganondorf real quick, or
Oh, boy.
Ganon or whatever. So that red part looks like a tongue. It looks like he's doing a derpy tongue. Congratulations, I ruined that entire picture for you. Have fun.
No, it still looks like a mouth. That looks like a mouth.
No, it looks like
Everyone
a tongue.
I'm leaving.
All right. But no, we'll go at 12:30. We'll stop there.
Okay.
There you
And
go.
whatever we're doing, if we're doing
You
like a
stop right
shrine
there.
or a tower, we'll finish
Finish
it
that up
and
and
we'll
stop.
stop. Yeah, we'll stop.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I can hear Joey sulking, being like, "That means I have to wait another half an hour on my own for
Oh
fucking
no,
Wordle."
that's
Jesus Christ!
go play a video game. Joey.
What is that laugh?
Yeah, what is that laugh?
That was amazing.
Wait, I heard that.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, my first Yiga
So
member.
what's your favorite piece
As
of
me trying to
Zelda
laugh a
lore?
little bit quieter, but also still trying to laugh.
My favorite lore bit is that every 100 years a male Gerudo is born, making me wonder what happened to the Breath of the Wild male Gerudo. Oh.
They all died.
Oh,
That's
that's sad.
Yeah.
Favorite lore. Favorite lore.
well, it's just like I don't mean to be like dark humor about this, but it's just like, oh, is that a ween? Well, sorry, kid. Oh,
Say that again, please. For the guys in the back, because I didn't hear. What?
Yeah, it's like, or like when male Gerudo is born, is like, is that a ween? It's like, oh, sorry, kid.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's okay. I'm not judging.
confused.
That's your fault. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna let that be. I'm kind of confused
it's
on
like-
that.
What do they do with like the one male Gerudo that's born?
Usually it's always like the only time a male Gerudo is born in Ocarina of Time's sense was just Ganondorf, and that's it. That's really it. And
I'm more like
That's the only time they mentioned like male Gerudo born, really.
yeah, it's only Ganondorf. That's it.
but we have to think deeper, guys. We need to go into the biology. So you're telling me all of them are women, but there has to be a guy. What is there? Is there some kind of like gigolo guy? Just as like, here we go, I'm the only one here.
Remember,
Oh my God.
Remember, they go for other people. Like they go bang other people.
Oh,
yeah,
remember,
but
they become okay, but they will be full Gerudo. Gotcha.
Yeah. Like because the thing,
I mean, that's not scientifically accurate. But okay,
no,
I'll
it's
accept
not.
that.
But they do because they mention it here in the game where the Gerudos here actually go for like other men and stuff.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like they kind of end up doing stuff. With other people.
With Breath of the Wild, I didn't think about it. I just thought this is a cool interracial kind of relationship going on. Oh, rest in peace. But anyway, forget about it.
Your horse also fell down the ravine, but it still lived.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I didn't think about it. That's fair. That's fair.
I honestly just thought like it's like I also didn't realize that they were leaving the desert to like or like I thought they were all just stayed in the Gerudo Desert or so.
Same. Because you don't really see them else out there. Really.
I can understand that, but it's like no, they actually do legit go after other men. And
well, they have to, otherwise they're extinct. So,
because that's the only way for them to grow the population.
Yeah. Funny.
How did I die? Wait, how did I die 3 times? I only died once.
No.
But okay, let me try to think about my favorite Zelda lore. I think my one that I was really fond of was. It's one of the reasons why I put the game quite up there because I really love an origin story is Skyward Sword. Just how it all started, the war, Hylia, demise, and even like a bit later, much later on when you have the Hylia Zelda connection and explaining why she had to do what she had to do. I really like it. It's very fairy tale story, and I don't know, I'm really fond of that. So that was one that I really
I actually like the story of Skyward Sword as well, because it's like it's so amazing to find out like how the Master Sword, that there is something living in the Master Sword. The fact that we find out why Ganondorf is a thing, why Zelda, Link, and Ganondorf are always in conflict. It's great. Like it's such a great thing. I don't remember what the hell the game wanted me to do with this guy.
And it's really are you perfect dodging last minute?
Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? I kind of didn't read it. That was my own fault.
But yeah, it's like because like I feel like out of like a lot of the Zelda stories, like this one is really unique, I guess, in like how it does break away from the Zelda. Well, I mean, I guess Majora's Mask also did that, but I feel like that was in a different.
Yeah, they made it independent. Yeah. So it was doing its own thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Which is what makes it cool.
It was still a Zelda story while still.
Yes.
And while like doing something that like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a reincarnation of a story that you already know that you have to do to complete the mission of saving Zelda. It was its own story.
And then all 4, and the other thing is that I love that all 4 areas also have their own separate stories lines as well.
Also, I like Flipnote's one that he shared about the whole Twilight Link being trained by Ocarina of Time Link. That's really cool.
Yeah, I love that a lot.
That's a cool connection.
It's a nice ending.
It's
point
sad, but it's a really cool. It's a cool tie-in. I really do admire this. Besides of the whole, there will be another Link. There will be another Ganon, and you've got this little bit that's presented in Twilight that's. Besides, here's another version of Link. it is being trained by a previous version. There's something that I find quite appealing and that cool concept to delve in.
And it makes sense in terms for the story, because that Link specifically is not actually a sword fighter. He's a farmer. So him being taught by that dead Link fits. Like, it really fits really well.
My one nitpick is that this Ocarina of Time Link didn't know any of these moves when he Ocarina of
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, to be fair, being in the forest for a long time, you kind of pick up new tricks. And also, to answer Cyber's question, maybe. I mean, if I'm able to play them without it like crashing on itself, then I will play the remakes of Majora and Ocarina. But until then,
we gotta experience the Ocarina of Time gyro, like the aiming controls.
No.
Yes. Oh yes.
No.
There's no option.
What?
It's just a yes.
An option. What? No. What? What's wrong with you?
But
There's
it's
an
yeah,
option
it's
for everything.
It's like that little tie-in, and I know everyone here has seen it, and I'm aware to a degree from the last trailer what's kind of being revealed a bit more. So I'm just going to say very, very generalized that when we saw the second trailer of Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm just isolating for that trailer, that's when we saw the figure of what looked to be a woman extending their hand to the other hand that looks like what Link has got now. Look how people was excited to the concept of whether that was Zelda or whether if that was Hylia. It's things like that in lore. There's just this engaging thought of what if it's like this? Could you now see a physical rather than a story or a kind of very abstract kind of painting-esque way, like in the beginning of Skyward Sword when they're talking about the war, and it's just like, ooh, that would be cool if they delve into that. And yeah, and I don't know why this has just suddenly came into my mind, and I'm kind of changed the subject drastically. I think Cyber mentioned something, or it was more like a question, that what if they made, I don't know if you were talking about Tears of the Kingdom, dude, or you were just talking about just a future Zelda game. What if they made Link speak? How do people here would feel if Link actually spoke without being sound effects?
I'm gonna take something that Johnny said about when he did Breath of the Wild. I feel that since we cannot name Link, and Link is now, his name is being spoken by the characters, I feel that he should speak.
Yeah.
Now, and
Fair.
I feel if they do, me personally, I'd be excited to actually hear him speak for the very first time.
It's opening a new thing that's never existed before, so I can understand that appeal.
He's no longer used, so he can be voiced. Yeah, pretty much.
For me, no, you go for Joey. You were starting.
Yeah, no, it's just like I feel like. Actually, no, Rob, you go ahead. I still need to collect my thoughts.
Sure. No, that's cool. I will be fine if his voice wasn't introduced and it was just what we know it to be at this point of time. But if he did have a voice, I know I'm going to be critical of it. Not meaning that I'm gonna dislike her, but however it's going to be presented and how he sounds and how they make the game that as to how he's going to be speaking, how he'd be interacting. I know that sounds like, well, obviously he'd just be talking, but just why will he be talking it in a way? I would just have to be like, I'm not going to dislike it, but I may not be fond of it if it feels too different to me. But that's purely just, I think it's because I identify Link as that he just doesn't speak. So him now speaking is a foreign concept to me. That's a better, like a shortened version to me.
I would like, I wouldn't want him to speak indefinitely. I just want him to speak. I just want him to say one or two lines in a final moment. That's it. That's kind of what I want. because
So you would.
I want it to be I want it to be a special moment. I don't want it to be like, oh, it's just him just talking at random or whatever. No, I want it to be a very special, critical moment in the game, so that way it leaves a much better, impactful feeling to me personally.
Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I
Yeah,
would
that's-
what you just said. I would love it if it's the right fitting time, and you're
Yes.
like, whoa.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
sick.
that would be the perfect way to end up doing that, and then make him silent throughout the rest of the game. After that,
That would be just like, whoa. Oh yeah, I like Flip what he just said. Speaking Hylian,
yeah,
Yes.
just
that would be kind of cool.
I
Oh.
think it's basically a combination. My thoughts are basically a combination of like, what Nick and Rob says. Is like it has to be like it. I don't want it to be like for the entire game. I don't want. It's like because Link we already know like isn't much of a talking guy as is already. But if it was during something important, like that would be great. That would be awesome. But also at the same time, they've got to get it right. They
they have to get it right, or else
Yep.
or else it will
It's
be
gonna ruin his
memed on.
character.
Or it'll be memed
I
on.
feel like
Because I feel. Go on. Sure.
I feel like we got like really dangerously close to like how people would react if it wasn't perfect. Because you guys remember the whole thing about like Zelda's English crying in the trailer
Yeah.
compared to other languages.
Yeah,
like-
it's.
I do vaguely remember that. Yeah, like it has to if they like I would give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt of them putting it in a right moment, but you are right that it has to be executed well, or else it will get memed on.
Yep.
It's. I think one thing that they've been fortunate with introducing voice acting, specifically in Breath of the Wild, is that they only take place in cutscenes, and meaning that you don't really interact with many people, at least those that are not NPCs. So everything is very spread out, and when you hear it, it's like, whoa, this is new, but this is cool. It's not like you are hearing them all the time, which is a different kind of experience that you might feel like, whoa, this really feels like a different Zelda game. And then it can become critical of, do you like it or not? Just how often you hear it. At least you kind of hear, like, Daruk at this time, you'll hear Mipha at this time, you'll hear, Zelda through memories, and all the time when she's like just interacts with you, but interacts with you very sparingly. You hear it in the beginning, and then off you go. You don't really hear from her really that much at all ever.
Yeah,
really,
that's one of the
until near the
drawback
end.
that I have with Breath of the Wild is that you hear other characters, but you don't really hear them as much.
Sure, and it goes both ways. It's like you would like to hear more, and I was going in the angle of, but if you hear a lot, it doesn't land, you may start to dislike it even more.
Yeah.
In that way.
And that's why Pokemon probably hasn't done it yet, because it probably like, I don't know. I feel that they're just scared to do it.
I mean, I'll criticize Pokemon in a different way because like they need to get through the flipping presentation first before they can even make any sort of voices into it.
Yeah.
But I apologize. Skylar and Violet is good games, even though I have yet to finish it. But they're good games. It's just a shame of a presentation.
Yeah,
It's
like, I'm worried about it. I was like, on that note, I'm worried about like Pokemon doing voice acting, because I remember the first game I played that had English voice acting with Pokemon in like it was the Pokemon tournament, and the English they had one voice to get right, and they didn't get the announcer right, and it was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, and then you can't
Pokemon
escape
Revolution
it,
got
so
that right. It's literally the same dude from Stadium, so it's like, what happened?
But yeah, it's
Tell you, when we hear Pokemon talk for the first time, it's gonna be one random professor. He's gonna say, "Hi, everybody! Welcome to the world of Pokemon."
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Yeah, why is he Dr. Nick?
Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were a doctor. Congrats. What are you busy doing here for, man? You're supposed to be doing your shift right
Hey,
now.
doctors
Get
can
out of here, man.
stream too. Jeez.
Yeah, stream your next surgery, bro. I want to see what happened. I want to see your real life operation simulator kind of taking place on the table. Go for it.
Also, real fast. I when I was playing off of the PS5 and everything, the load times.
Yes, the load times on the PS5 is very relatable towards the voice of Zelda and Pokemon, and yeah, very concise, Nick. That's a very important thing to this topic. But yes, like Joey said, but Joey said, yeah, what load time?
Yeah.
So good.
But
So
Nick,
clinical.
your surgery live stream is gonna be like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with another surgery. It's like, please try not to donate bits because I will get distracted by.
Oh no! Oh no! Hey y'all, Nick here. Now we're gonna do heart surgery. What possibly could go wrong?
Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Patients survive. Doctors approve this message.
Yeah.
I was like, huh. That was a good stream, doctor. Yeah, you know it. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Shame about the patient though.
Yeah. Shame about the timing of that raid that made me jump, and I do like. Now I think I made them worse than better. Yeah. But it made me jump there.
That's awful.
It's terrible. I don't think it'll. Don't think it's practical. Just a hunch.
Oh my god, would you stop jumping,
goodness.
you stupid lizard?
Do you think it's a weak excuse now to blame the Switch for any problems Switch games or ports have?
No.
It depends.
Me personally, I feel that like it can work around it. It's just that some just don't really bother to.
Well, I'm trying to go on this. Do you go for it, Joe. I'm just speaking to myself to read that question
Like
again.
I think like with certain games, like it's like you could the same like certain games definitely could have run on the Switch without much problems. I feel like a lot of like like for some reason there are just like some Switch ports that just do horrendously for some reason that because they don't bother to optimize it. I can't name any off the top of my head because I it's been a while since I played Switch ports, but
Sure.
But there's also some games where it's just like I feel like if it wasn't on Switch, it would have been because like if they didn't have to compromise for handheld mode, I feel like things could have worked out a little better. But like it's not, it is like sometimes a weak excuse, but there's like a few cases where it's justified, I think.
Struggling to think at the top of my head. All I can think about is like.
Oh, I forgot Nier worked amazing
Oh, did
on
I?
the Switch. Holy
Do you guys
moly.
remember?
Yeah, it's on the Switch.
Do you guys remember Crash 4? It's about time.
Yeah.
Go on.
Crash 4, what about it?
They actually instead of trying to like port over like make graphics more blurry, they actually gave the graphics a more cell shaded look so that it could perform better.
Really?
That's cool that they put that time into it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like
Nice.
and I feel like it's like if you can do that, then like a lot of people can like put more work into the ports to make it perform better without compromising too much. It's just unfortunate when
you know what's we touched on this a little earlier, and the communication of if these things ever get spoken about, how much does crunch time could be a factor to it, and they didn't have the ability to do that. It was okay, we've got a lull period where we like a game to be ported or you know whether it's a previously it was a Wii U game or anything, just to kind of be a part of the catalog on the Switch, and you have to discount some things. It's tough.
Also, Nick is 12:30 right now.
It's 12:30, and
Yep.
the sun is shining.
Actually, I am the oldest here, so that means my word count, and you've got 7 hours.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyways,
Just
fuck
go.
that.
Keep going.
Anywho, thank you guys for joining us for this, for this session of Breath of the
I
Wild.
tried, guys. I tried.
We'll see you guys tomorrow for when we're playing more of this, and then I will question what the hell is wrong with Rob and his dumb time factor. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a
It's
good
called
night.
time zones. What?
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
the factor.
Anyways, good night, everybody. Goodbye.
Good night. Bye.